the only badass novel bitches around. So.
Oh, there we go.
I'm good to go.
Then, when the music is broken off,
Yeah, you're supposed to there you go.
I'm so excited for this! Flower bookmarks. These are so pretty.
we all got different designs. Mine is bamboo with
That was an exciting
adventure.
Hi, thank you so much. We have Erica Bauermeister, who is guest author Kayla tonight. We need a lot of tan with us tonight, you guys. All Jess Lowry, right here with us tonight. Welcome, Asha. We're so excited.
Hi.
Guest author Hannah Wickens. We're so glad to have you back.
Thank you. This is one of my favorite book clubs in the universe, and I'm just so grateful to be with y'all.
Tonight we have guest author Gretchen Burke. Hi, bitches.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. We have a little bumblebee with us this week.
Oh.
Hi.
Fresh and clean.
Should we make a bunch of
Feeling
eye
better?
jokes? Like, I see you. And,
Yes, he's fully better. Thank goodness.
Yay.
Don't have to wash those bed sheets every single day.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet. Oh my goodness. I had it once and never again. Nope. No. It was pretty much the worst.
I've only had it once too, and I didn't get it this time. Thank goodness.
That's amazing. That's hard to do with a kid.
Oh.
All right. Kaylin's here. Annalise is here. We've got Rebecca Antine with us tonight. Des is not on. Y'all know what it's like with babies. So
Yeah.
we read chapters 5 through 9 this week of The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. Goddamn, my dyslexia is going to hit it tonight. I haven't been day drinking, so you're welcome. That's as far as I'm going to go.
This is natural right now.
Yeah, this is all match. Been running around.
I just poured my first drink, probably my only drink of the night, but just
Did it fit water in a big old jelly glass?
no, this is whiskey and ginger beer.
Yay, whiskey and ginger.
What am I drinking?
Sounds
Houston?
good.
Yeah, step away from
A
the
what?
glass there, Tasha.
Bourbon smash? I don't know. Houston.
I
maybe
brought my
something.
good glass too with my
Oh.
favorite.
Oh,
That's nice with the kid right there sitting on her lap. That's nice.
fun.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not that big on the screen, so hopefully that was.
Human anatomy.
Well, I mean, honestly, her mom probably washed hers at the house, and she's probably seen it.
It's there. It's her
her
favorite color. She's like, "Can I have this?" I'm like, "You may not."
See? So when we were in,
Thank God we have HR on with us tonight live.
Caitlin.
right? Welcome, Jessica.
I know.
She's here, but she's texting.
Oh, I
and
can't do pickles.
I've got gin and pickle juice.
Pickle juice?
There's
I wanna
pickle.
try
There's
this, yeah.
there's pickle martinis. I know there are. I've been with people that get it, and I'm just not a pickle person.
I love pickle.
I mean, I guess it's like a dirty martini, like the olive
Yeah.
brine, but pickle. But my stomach right
Pickles-
now, because I ate, and I think I ate either too fast or a little bit more than I should have, and I feel like it's gonna bleh, and thinking about that is not helping.
Pickles to me are like goat cheese to Rebecca.
Oh,
Wow.
Well, there you go. Ooh,
Yeah.
we went to a graduation party yesterday, and
Oh, you went to
they
one too.
had the blueberry goat cheese
Oh.
log with the
Yeah.
so bomb. I fucked up as much as I could, which was probably like 4 bites, but I still did it with like gusto. It was so delicious.
Gusto. Did I hear that Rebecca is planning on eating goat cheese?
I remember hearing that.
I agree. I will try goat cheese if Anna goes on the next trip.
Retreat. Okay.
That
That's
was
the
that
deal.
was
Go on the next retreat.
Good goat cheese then, because she claims that she has good goat cheese, but I don't believe it still.
I believe it.
we're bringing all the goat cheese.
Okay, I'll tell you what we got to set it up to where Rebecca has goat cheese and Dominique has a pickle. Like
Oh,
one of those little,
Just
one of those
one.
little,
Just take one for the team.
What do they call them?
can't. Oh no.
those little, they're not called kosher pickles, the little,
Little gherkin.
Cornichons?
huh?
Those
The Cornichons?
What?
Cornichon?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
We kept
seriously
cutting out, so I heard
I
crouton.
will
I was
gag.
like, no.
Like I'm not kidding.
So, is it sweet pickles or sour pickles or what type of? Just
Oh,
all
or
pickles? It
just-
doesn't matter.
I love my mom. I do. She grew up cooking like the first latchkey kid, like whatever. So I grew up on how she cooked, which was all canned foods. What happened? Where's my screen? And where'd everybody go? And so I grew up a lot of water, food and water, and then pickle was just another, something in a liquid. So and so it just logically I know everything's fine, but just the idea of it just sitting there, I don't know. It's just one of those mental.
Do you eat pickled eggs?
I'll eat the
I
only
know you're
pickle thing.
disgusting.
The
You're
only pickle
disgusting.
thing I eat is like kimchi. That's the
I was
only.
just gonna ask if you eat other fermented foods like kimchi,
Yeah.
sauerkraut, things like that.
Yes.
I will eat
Oh,
sauerkraut when it's like cooked.
Mhm. Yeah, fresh.
But that's it.
Okay.
And that's new. The sauerkraut was
So-
like a new thing for me.
Deviled eggs, straight
Hi,
vomit,
Melanie.
straight vomit. Vienna sausages. I would have to be on like Naked and Afraid to eat that shit. Like where I have absolutely no food supply. The thought of it grosses me out. They're just waterlogged fucking wieners.
Okay.
Disgusting.
Okay.
And
I-
spam. And
Oh,
spam.
I will.
Spam, I have to be
Oh.
like on my deathbed. Need
No,
to feed me with a feeding tube to get me to put another piece of that shit
I
in
make
my
a
mouth.
mean spam fried rice.
So-
No,
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
allowed in my house. It's not
No.
allowed to be cooked in my house. We don't fuck
We
with spam.
never
I tried it
don't
twice. It tastes
have
like what
spam.
wet dog smells like. I don't
We
fuck
all
with spam.
like if we have a few cans, we got to get more. Like we
If
can never.
we had a
not-
few cans in this house, it's because I'm dead because it's not allowed. Not
If you
allowed.
have a few cans, there might be an apocalypse.
I'm telling you.
Apparently there's like a spam museum in Minnesota, and I'm like, take me. I want to go.
You
Let's
guys, are,
do it.
you guys
Thank
know Save
you.
Ferris, right?
Thank you,
Save Ferris
Melanie.
has a spam song.
Say
My
fair.
Absolutely
father-in-law makes a spam stroganoff. It's like his specialty. It's
Stop
Oh.
it.
disgusting.
I'm gonna throw up.
I'm gonna try
So
that.
gross.
Stroganoff and spam. I wouldn't last in Hawaii. I'll tell you that.
No, it's a big deal
Oh.
there.
Well, I
Spam.
think that's
God.
why we have a lot because my parents grew up in Hawaii, so that's why spam's a big
Look at that.
staple.
She said they are not.
I'd have to be a
Love it. I'm not a big
vegetarian.
Just
after
so
that.
you can have mine, hon.
But we did
I-
grow up like munching on those little Vienna sausages. I know they're gross, but like I just liked them. I don't know why. It was like a hot
I
dog.
liked him as a kid, but I
Never even that.
would not
Never even.
now.
I don't know why they were not bad. I don't know. But we're all raised on something weird. But I do have an idea for the retreat. I think everybody needs to bring something that's like just some people absolutely cannot. And other people have no problem. You remember when we did the what was the food thing that we did? The weird food thing.
Oh,
Remember? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, when you taste tested the
it
international.
was,
Yeah,
it was the
international
Japanese,
food.
the Asian from the
Yeah.
Asian market.
Oh, but that wasn't weird shit. That was good. It was just trying to guess.
It was just not like what you'd find in a normal market.
No, but some of it was weird. Some of it
Yeah.
was weird.
So some of those snacks
We'll
I
play
still have
that
to go and continue to buy because Desi loves them now.
Oh yes, I forgot. Desi liked those
Like
weird
the chocolate ones
Yeah.
and the shrimp
Mm.
chips. I was buying those for a
Shrimp
while and the
chips.
little cheese doodles. Yeah.
So you want to retreat with multiple people on there? I do.
Just
Because,
samples. It doesn't have
If
to be
it's
a
the place
lot.
I'm thinking of, we've got plenty of bathrooms.
Instead of a charcuterie board,
You know
it's
what?
like
I know
a
good
out
month.
board.
The next retreat is just going to be a camp out, and there's going to be plenty of forest to puke in. We'll be fine. We just have to
Perfect.
bury it so we don't get mauled.
Or you just puke in one area so that it stays whatever animal wants. Like they
We're on it. Like,
Instead
I'm
of a
already ready.
Instead of a wailing wall, we're gonna have a ralphing wall.
Oh,
look at Rebecca bringing it back to the bud.
although we might actually in the end be wailing. Some people cannot.
It's
maul.
entirely possible.
Like personalized buckets with everybody's name on them.
Aww.
In the
You know what we'll
tote.
do? That'll make that part of the bitch bag next time. It'll be like in a bucket instead of
Perfect.
a tote.
I'm feeling a little queasy. Just a little.
See,
feeling a lot
inside
crazy.
the throat. It'll just be yeah. Paris is just as bad as spam. It was disgusting and smelled. You mean like the whole city of Paris?
Just-
Like they're not a spam city. They just smell like spam.
Look at that. A Ralphing wall and bitch buckets. That's like
Rebecca, you gotta quote your own self now.
A roughing wall.
y'all are gonna have.
I don't know how to do
finding
it.
something
in
for me
the-
though.
Just look at the timestamp. We'll go back. We're
6
about
6:10 p.m.
Y'all are gonna have a hard time finding something that
Yeah.
grosses me out.
You need a roughing wall instead of a wailing
I'm
wall.
sure we could find something.
Let me know.
You eat canned sardines?
Yes.
Ugh, fuck.
My grandpa always
No.
kept them in our house, like, and just put them on saltines.
Oh my god, that's how my grandpa did it, and my mom did it, and then we did it. And I could do it. I just don't like it.
so because that'd be like like from the. I can't think of the time
yeah.
frame.
Yeah, I mean, he was born in the in 1916, so he-
Yeah.
the
So it's
depression.
big, yeah, there we go. I don't know why my brain
Great
couldn't
Depression,
go there.
My
Yeah.
grandfather loved them.
One thing I did grow up eating, which is surprising, thinking of the fact that I don't like that shit that we just listed, was my mom would take liverwurst, like the Farmer John liverwurst spread, the pate,
Right.
Oh, uh-huh.
and spread it on bread. And I mean, I didn't know what it was, but she had it. So of course, as a kid, I wanted what she ate. And I would eat it, and it was bomb. And it wasn't until I was older that I realized what the fuck I was eating.
Yeah. Sherry
But-
ate a lot of pate. We didn't grow up with it. It just wasn't something that we did. So CJ did grow up with it, and he was like,
Yeah.
when we ate meat, he did, but not if he didn't have to. So
Liver
Paris,
and onions,
pretty much
absolutely not. But the liverwurst pate,
Nope.
I can fuck with that.
homeless mess. I did not know that there was like a huge homeless community or crowd in
It makes sense. Any large city, I
Yeah.
guess.
I did know that Paris was pretty disgusting. Everyone has said that
Is
it's
it-
pretty nasty.
Because of the no deodorant thing, right? That's a thing, or not a thing? Am I being?
Deodorant. Oh my goodness. All right. If we
So
want
we
to
read a book.
We read-
Oh,
we read a half a book.
we are halfway.
Well, last
through.
week I
Five.
wanted us all to stop where we felt it was appropriate.
Stop where you felt like,
And did that happen?
or
did we stop
beginning
at
of
9?
chapter 10. Or beginning of chapter 10.
You wanted to.
Did you stop at the beginning of chapter 10?
I did.
I did.
I got most of the way
Oh,
through
okay,
chapter
we have
9.
a frozen teen.
But
Looks like she's. She frozen for you guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
The only thing, if you didn't finish chapter 9, then May finds out that Zach was arrested and kind of went a little, I think Teen described it as catatonic, which is probably appropriate. And
I
then
did read.
he-
I read her
right.
recap, so that's almost like actually reading the chapter.
She took off into the forest at night with her flashlight and all her stuff to write a letter and was pretty upset. They said that, I guess the feeling was that something is going to happen. So I don't know if she's going to do something or if somebody's going to find her, but we will find out
June.
tonight because we're going to start reading together, right?
Oh, we do an Anna reading.
I don't know. It depends on where it starts. Anna could.
Oh, I can do a dramatic reading of chapter 10.
Okay. Well, we'll get there in just a little bit. Oh wow, urine and feces everywhere in Paris. That's
All right.
It's like San
I swear to
Francisco.
God, I'm on the verge of vomiting. Like, we got to just move past that.
I accidentally listened to like 5 minutes into chapter 10. Okay, okay. So do you know what happens beyond? Like right away, did it get right into what happens?
Like,
with
how
May?
far do we have to go?
Well, see, I
Why
remember the movie. So it's like,
Oh,
already, yeah.
I need to watch the movie. Movie's on Hulu this time, right? So
Get out.
like San Francisco. Okay, but San Francisco doesn't smell that bad, I could say.
No.
have you been
I know.
lately?
I think I was there like a year and a half ago or so.
Yeah, I think within the past just year, it's
Really?
plummeted like wild. Yeah.
Why? Not my city.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah. All the stores are pulling out.
That's true.
That's awful. Ugh. All right. Well, on
Stores, hotels.
Tiffany got us all these straws for the trip.
Wasn't she nice?
What a sweetheart.
Oh wait, Anna needs to
I
know
couldn't
though.
get the vodka flavor out of mine. Like I tried to clean it, and it so
Are you kidding?
So Anna, I made like a
Yeah.
muddled strawberry mojito, and so they were drinking it with the straw, and like all these like strawberry chunks
That's
were getting
disgusting.
caught in there.
it was so
Mhm.
That's gross.
I just-
Girls were taking sips, and you'd see like just some strawberry chunk like sticking half out of the top. Nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like he needs an STD test or something.
yeah.
Mhm.
Needs it.
That's
Needs an
gross.
antibiotic or some
Yeah.
cream for that.
Antibiotic.
Oh, that's so kind of.
Mr. Grizzly needs a straw like that.
That is glizzy.
Where is he tonight?
Lizzie.
And glizzy is a
He's not
slang
here.
for a wiener or a hot dog.
No, it isn't.
Hey, you're back.
It's
Hi.
The kids nowadays call hot dogs and wieners glizzies.
Are you serious? I don't know if
Yes.
I just believe you or not.
I have a 10-year-old.
No, I
son.
know.
Yes.
I no, but I don't know like if when
Food?
you like because you're good at making shit up too. So
I'm not making it up.
oh wow, how do they come up with these stupid ass names?
I don't know.
Oh my God, go to Starbucks and get whipped cream in your drink. I should
That sounds
take my
awesome.
straw and take my straw there.
Look,
Yes.
Glizzy means hot dog.
It's crazy.
yeah,
Where
I
have I
can't.
been? This is when I know that I finally hit like the older parent stage. 'Cause When
So-
I was in school, we were young as shit. We were like the babies, and all these like 35-year-old parents. We were like, oh my God, we are like 25, you know? And we felt like such babies. We felt crazy then. And then we would look at them and we're like, God, they're fucking old. I didn't have kids
So-
that old.
yeah. So if the boys, like especially when they're at like their baseball shit, when they see people like eating hot dogs, they call them glizzy gobblers.
See, I
Glizzy.
would
Okay.
when it came to middle school, I would not. I stopped eating hot dogs and bananas in middle school
In public.
because yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about even
Yeah.
adults. They'll just see like an adult or someone with a hot dog, and they're like, "Hey, what up, glizzy gobbler?" Yeah, like to themselves, you know. But
Well,
that's
no,
what they call
I mean
it.
now, like I know, but like in middle school, I knew that's what kids were like boys were saying. So I would refuse to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, buy me another one.
Dude,
Bye.
we were at Desi's good friend's graduation party because they all graduated 5th grade, right? So his little buddy had a
Junior high. We got
graduation party, and we look over, and when I tell you we're dying, there was probably another like 4 boys that weren't in here. But I'm like, what in the fucking Las Vegas trip is going on here? All these boys are in the hot tub, like if they're at a bachelor party. We were dying.
Oh my gosh, she was so curious. She's like, there's a bunch.
She's like, where? What? Hot tub time machine much?
I'm like, what in the
Oh,
hell
that's
is
what I was thinking
going
too,
on? We were dying. They all packed in there, like if they were on some
Was
big
that
Vegas
Desi
trip.
in the flag shorts?
No, that's his good friend Ryder. They kind of look alike.
Oh,
but
yes, they
he's
do.
shorter.
In that photo, I couldn't see it very well, but yeah, they do. Okay, Aiden went
Yeah,
through
look.
like, I need to have.
That's Desi and Ryder.
Oh, he's much shorter though.
Oh yeah, but he's a cutie. They're funny.
Mark almost exclusively calls them glizzies now.
So
So
he knew about the name.
I'm gonna teach CJ something today. That sounded like I was flirting, and it wasn't. I swear.
You can. It's okay.
You didn't fart. You queefed. It's all right.
Oh my goodness. So, Dominique, did you go back and watch any of last week? Did you rewatch your life?
Well, Desiree sent me a couple clips, and
I'm
I
sure
watched
she
that
did.
and giggled, and then I said something that, like, mentioned it to Houston, so I was sitting with Houston watching it a little bit, and I was like, "Well, you gotta see our cheers."
Hey, I just hope that Houston and
I was like,
CJ.
I'm not watching this. I'm not.
I just hope that CJ and Houston thanked me for
Cutting
ending it
it
where
off.
we did because you guys were ready to like marry them off to each other.
I did make a joke about it earlier today. I was sitting next to CJ and I made some joke about it, and I look over and he's off.
You were looking at Dominique like you were Oprah interviewing her on the couch, and you're like, I mean, how would you really feel about it? I mean, what if, but like, it was really something
Enough's
that,
enough. I'm
and I
glad
was like, and we're done.
Yep.
And
I'm
I
crying
want to
right
know
now.
how
I'm just
long
like,
you guys
well, good
lasted
night.
after we got off.
oh,
Like,
didn't.
Doc, did you leave?
I tidied up
There you
my
Put
stuff.
it that way. I was like, did I get off the live?
did we? Or is it still going?
Is it still going?
I was so excited to hit the red end broadcast button.
On purpose?
I was like, good night, Torrance, quick, good night. Read to whatever the fuck you want. Bye. Beep. That's it.
I bet CJ knows about glizzies if he's on TikTok. He might watch. He'll be like, I already know.
Well, but he has to watch like preteen TikTok
Okay, well, he does not.
to hear all the you know what I'm saying? Like it's like the young boy
He
shit.
watches like, what would you call like terrarium talk? He watches like plant talk.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe a little like AR talk. Oh, his talks there. He's probably
Yeah,
not.
I'm on like cooking talk and charcuterie talk, and then it goes to like redneck talk.
Yes, it does. I know that.
And
The chicken wars?
oh, I love them. They got their whole squad behind them and shit.
Wait, who's this? What?
Oh, Dominique, you got to get in on it. I'm gonna
This is
send you
only
some
the
videos.
TikTok.
I'm gonna send you some videos. So
Okay.
this one guy was like, "It ain't about the size of the clan; it's about how big your cock is." And he's got his thing, his
Oh.
cock right there, right? And then another one was like, "Who cares about a big cock? Like I got all my chicks right here ready to roll,
Oh,
and they're all following
I've
behind
seen
him."
that
So it's like
one.
they're sending
All right.
videos.
And there's I saw one of 3 guys, and like each guy had a larger.
Yes. Oh, it's hysterical. But there's so many people doing it now. It is hilarious. And then he's all, and I got another batch brewing right here, and it's like all the incubated eggs and shit, like ready to hatch.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I haven't seen him either.
No,
They're
no.
so good.
I'm on book
So-
talk, so it's just a lot. That's about all mine is.
Oh yeah.
And maybe like a little witchy magic.
And then
talk.
I'm on the baby blog talk now, where it's the babies and the moms are doing the voiceover, like, "What up, bitches? Here's another day of Tolly's World," right? And it's like shows the baby throughout the day, but the mom's doing the voiceover and like the little funny thing. Yeah, she's like, "My mom put me in this outfit, even though she looks like a fucking mess." And you know, it's like all this stuff, and it's hysterical, but it's like a day in the life of, and they're like, "All right, later, bitches," or what does she call them? Shit stains. Hey, shit stains. I
my
love it.
God.
I love it.
I love
You guys gotta watch
I'm
it.
missing out.
Daughter said I'm too
I don't
old
want
for
to fuck
TikTok.
with my TikTok
No, you're not.
algorithm. I'm afraid to fuck with my algorithm. I don't want to hit the wrong thing and then get like flooded with shit I don't like.
Yeah,
Oh,
make
I
a
love
separate
mine.
account, like a crap account.
No, like
Mine is
CJ
very
fucked around
eclectic.
with the corn back in the day and has not been able to fix it since. I swear. So, the daughter said I'm too old for TikTok.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Who
Pretty much
created
nobody
the TikTok?
No, nobody is.
Well, Desi calls me a boomer every time I talk about Facebook. And I'm
They've been
like,
calling me a boomer for like 40 years. Swear.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Facebook and Instagram, you're very old, apparently, if that's like your means of social media. Yeah. Little does he know about MySpace.
My God.
right.
If only I could.
And I
log
have
back in.
tried. I have tried hacking into mine. I cannot.
Thank you. What was my
Get
password?
in.
First of all, way back then, it was like,
Damn it. I don't know.
I don't
We
even
figure
know.
it out.
I don't even know. I'm so mad about that too. All of us had to like finally. We were like brilliant. Our generation was brilliant for a minute.
Oh yeah,
We all
Hey,
learned
we were, as far as I'm concerned, we were web designers.
we were.
You had to put that backdrop
Yep.
in there and all your little glitter icons and stuff and the
music.
songs.
change the colors.
Oh,
Web
I was talking to,
designer.
like, remember, like you had
ones.
The mouse, where you can have like the glitter follow
Yes.
the mouse.
Yes,
Yes.
and I had my
Mhm.
floppy disk to upload all my photos. Don't trip.
Oh, they wiped all the old servers. Look, she knows. She called and asked.
She called and asked.
Tom. She called Tom.
I wish I could have
Tom
gotten
was,
in
Tom
there
was
said,
my
If
friend.
you are hearing this
just to
voicemail,
get
hang
into
up
my
and send a
photos.
text.
Oh yeah, the old photo. Damn, I only put like my good photos on there. So where
God,
are
I
they?
wish I could have gotten into there just to grab
Same.
those off.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Anyway,
I mean, do we want to talk about the book or?
I mean, yeah, we can.
We get there.
I mean, okay.
That's why we're here.
We had some good quotes this week, but I'm just going to read my favorite, and Rebecca posted it. So, oh my God, this week you paid
Oh,
attention.
got the note.
I wasn't kidding. I went through a pack of sticky notes this week. I have weeks like I'm like bipolar. Like some weeks I struggle to actually get through it, and then other weeks pack of sticky notes.
You mean ADHD?
Sure, yeah, that'll work too.
Or is
little
it M80?
It might be a little bit of both. I don't
Yeah,
know.
she's doubling up.
A little bit of both.
Mhm.
I don't know. It depends. Is it Tuesday? Wednesday? All right. Oh my God.
Rebecca has a fancy drink.
Yeah, my bartender was on standby.
Wow.
He brought me.
Ooh, are those the
I-
Maraska cherries?
Those are
What
my
is
favorite.
that, an old fashioned?
Obsessed with these. Yes, it is an
No
old fashioned, but it's made with Sazerac whiskey because that's what we had.
Sazerac. Look at you.
Mm.
Taking it back to NOLA. Sorry,
Throw a little absinthe in there.
New Orleans. Yeah, a little absinthe.
Get
I
it
know what you're bringing on our next.
Absinthe and Rally, right?
Absinthe and Raleigh. Women make the best beekeepers because they have a special ability built into them to love creatures that sting. It comes from years of loving children
Fuck.
and husbands.
Yep,
Preach it.
Mike
You
drop it.
bastards.
I felt
Yeah.
that.
That was my favorite quote this week. I was so glad that you posted it. I was like, oh shit, what was that quote? And when you posted it, I was like, yes.
Mhm.
There it is.
That was a good one.
Damn, that was a goodie.
There were some good ones this week.
There really were some goodies. Do you want to read some of yours for us? Do you have them?
I had to pull them up, but yeah.
You know, I'll just mix it if I have to read them all. Hey,
All right, hold on.
I was gonna say kiss it.
Okay.
oh, you just saw what I did?
Well, thank God. I mean, you
I
didn't
missed
suck it
that.
at least, which is good.
You're
I don't
welcome.
think you did.
For what else? You're welcome for everything I didn't do last.
Okay. June finished cleaning the stitches herself. It was just distasteful to her, I could tell by the way she held her mouth, how it drew into a tight buttonhole. Y'all I only marked that
Butthole.
one because I wanted to know if I was the only one who thought it said butthole the first
Butthole,
time.
so did I.
Thank you.
So did I.
I was like,
And I'm sitting there going like,
Hey,
I mean,
to
both
be
of
honest,
them in this
I
context.
thought you read it wrong right now because I'm like, no, that shit said butthole, didn't it? No.
butthole.
I'm like,
Both
can we
would
all
work
kind of
in
make
this
this
context.
motion? Like,
Yeah, when I read it, I was like,
and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not the I'm
Okay.
in pain face.
I was puckering the
Yeah.
other way.
So
did you pucker
the
your
next
butthole?
one,
Oh
was
no,
like-
what's the opposite? The opposite.
Buttonhole is
You
Clenching,
let the butthole go?
clenching it.
I mean, some things might
confused.
pucker your
Oh.
butthole too. Who knows?
Clench
That was a
it.
goodie. I was dying when oh my God, when I read that, I was like, why did she have to say it like that?
yeah.
Oh, Stu.
So the next one I like cut some of it, but there's no difference between my piss and June's piss. Piss is piss. And the reason that I thought that one was interesting is because it's almost like she's feeling like she's the one who's being discriminated against. And it's an interesting perspective being the white girl saying, this lady she doesn't like me. Like what did I do? There's nothing wrong with me. I pee the same that she does.
Yeah.
You know, it was interesting thinking about like, well,
Role reversal.
Because
yeah,
that was shortly after the comment happened, right? Where she's like, I know I'm white, but I never, right?
Really thought about
right.
that.
Never thought about it.
And that was
Yeah.
like shortly that quote was shortly after that part.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Hey, there's Mr. Grizz.
I hear there's a straw
I
that
hate to
allows
see
you
the
to
straw.
I don't know. That might be a slow flow straw.
It's
It
a little
depends
bit
on how old the straw is.
But I think it may
Depends on how
it'll
the
help
straw is.
you
Hers looks
sip
like it has a little
faster.
bit of dysfunction to it, but
But we heard it would help
What?
him sip
This
faster.
motherfucker.
that
is
shit
wet.
looked like it was drooping a little at the top there.
Hey, look, he's extra meaty up here. We can be.
Extra meaty.
Wow.
I was thinking it looked like it had a poor circumcision done.
It's a muscle, first of all. And yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Size doesn't matter. Oh my god.
All right. What's the other one? Oh, the one about T Ray's nasty mood. This one
Ooh,
was, I just thought this was interesting because it's like you're visually seeing this guy in a bad mood. I remember kneeling on the kitchen floor with grits digging into my kneecaps, trying to step around a great big pile of T Ray's nasty mood, but usually landing right in it. Because I mean, like
ooh.
he's just
Yeah.
in a shitty mood.
Yeah,
Getting out of that.
I just thought that was
tiptoed
really,
around somebody who you're afraid of in
Right,
that
'cause-
way. That is exactly what it's like. You're like,
yep.
Constantly on
You just don't want
eggshells.
to tip
Yep.
him off.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Avoid as much as possible, but
I loved this one too.
sorry, go ahead.
My favorite line was the way people live their lives settling for grits and cow shit made me sick.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good. Honestly, go Sue.
She said, I wanted to yell, eat your fucking breakfast somewhere else. I was dying.
She was just in a pissy mood at that point.
I don't know. I love the way that she writes, first of all. I think that she's writing from a child's perspective. And boy, did she do it well.
Yeah.
Honestly, because the way that things are described, it feels like a 15-year-old, you know, and when she was younger, it felt like, what was she, like 11 or, and then
Yeah.
even
Like,
younger.
Probably.
But
Like,
she is really writing her character and what goes on around her and the way that she describes it just so well. And the quotes, so quotable, but I mean, it's almost like she definitely gives her a little bit of an old soul. So we're going to get a little more vocabulary.
Well, and that usually will happen, and
Right. But I'm loving the way that she.
Well, and
is-
remember, she wants to be a writer. And she has studied the dictionary and done
Yeah.
things like this. So it
Yeah.
makes sense for her, even at her age of 15, 16, 11, whatever, for her to be a little bit, even though T Ray never wanted her reading books. Remember, she was always in the peach stand reading books
Right.
and stuff. So
Right.
she is a little bit more educated for her age, and that's where her brain goes.
Right. Absolutely. And then she did even take it a step further and try to learn, like you said, reading the dictionary just a little bit more so that she could make him a Father's Day gift, which we're coming up on Father's Day this month. So it's kind of the perfect month to hear about it. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. And her rewriting or writing a letter to him that she wasn't going to send. I mean, I don't know if that's something that everybody does, but it can be incredibly cathartic to write a letter or poetry, right, team? And whether you put it out there for everyone to see or just you, or you write it just for yourself and then rip it up or burn it, sometimes you just need to get these things out. And her writing her poem or her new letter to her father was I feel like it's changing her from that point forward.
Yeah.
Well, I
it's
love
definitely
that
something
she-
therapeutic.
Yeah.
I love that she said she thought about writing a second letter saying that she was
Let's say she
sorry.
was sorry.
mhm.
And so to have those two mixed feelings at the same time and
Yeah.
be able to vocalize that for a 14-year-old,
Yeah.
that is, that's profound.
Oh, got a sneak peek of the hubby.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
He does
For her, I
exist,
don't think
I
it's.
swear.
I don't think
He does exist.
Does exist.
her second letter. I don't think it's coming from a place of of actual guilt, which she thinks it is. I think it's coming from a place of still craving, like maybe if I'm better, he'll love me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And I think that there are so many people who've experienced that with a parent, a loved one, you know, a family member, a friend, an ex, or even are currently in that situation where, you know, if I do better, if I do more, if I push harder. And then there are some people who there's literally no more you can do. And it takes so much time to find that, to like understand that, and to know that like you were never going to be able to do more.
Right.
Well,
Right.
I think what it is that people by nature, it's hard to not have that feeling of wanting to fix somebody. And it's hard for people not to feel that they're not in control. So when you're in a relationship, whether it be with a parent who has their issues, or a spouse or a boyfriend or a friend who has their issues, that person, it's hard for them to take blame of their own circumstances, number one, because it's always easier to point the finger somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
And then for you to be that enabler in the relationship, whether it be of the child or the spouse, when you feel like you don't have control, the first thing a person wants to do is try to control any situation they can. So it's, if I do this, they'll love me more. If I change this, or this was my fault, or I made them angry, or that's where that all comes from. And it's the sooner that, yes, and it's the sooner that you learn that you got to let them go and make their mistakes and live their life, and you not being a part of it doesn't make you the villain, or it doesn't put them in their circumstance, the better off. But it's very hard to make that decision of when to cut the tie and when to know it's not your fault.
Yeah.
And
And it's a them problem, not a you problem.
to do that with the person that was supposed to raise you and protect you and be there for you, like that.
That's a whole nother.
Mhm.
All those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. To do that at 14 to a parent and be like, I'm out.
Well, I had to ask at 13 to my parent, one of my parents, that if they loved me enough, they would stop doing the things that they were doing. So imagine that conversation. And I had to learn at that point that I had to back away for my own self and sanity and let it be what it was going to be. And luckily for me, I mean, years later, things changed and I got to have an amazing relationship with my dad. But there were a lot of years where I had to be the adult as a kid and be like, you know what? Like, I need to just have some distance, or I need to know, like, I had to draw the boundary lines.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's tough, but
drawing a boundary line is one of the hardest things that you'll ever have to do to a loved one.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that our experience and the generation below us is normalizing that and saying no, like love and boundaries coexist. Like we can't just tolerate everything. We're gonna say like this isn't healthy for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's hard not to feel selfish, and it's hard not to feel guilty because you love them so much and you want to do what you think is making them happy, and you want to feel that you're loved by them and you make them happy, right?
Yes.
But it's a very fine line of enabling to allow them to live a certain lifestyle and do certain things
Right.
to where you then have to just say, I'm not going to be that person for you anymore.
I agree. Enabling is such a hard thing. Like, and you think like, how am I doing something wrong here? How am I doing something wrong? But sometimes like you do have to realize that like there is
Finding
a
that
point where you
fine-
have
that-
recognized it and you are allowing it now to continue.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying as like a child. As a child, there are people who are supposed to protect you and do that exact thing.
Right.
And clearly, if you're involved in a kind of person who is obviously this volatile, then maybe they can't even do their job, which is Lily's mom, who, as of right now, is trying to get away and is then coming back for her things. And we don't know if she's coming back for her daughter. That's where we're at right now. But I was surprised she also called her father. I was
so mad. I was so mad.
She just wants one parent. She thinks both
Different.
parents have abandoned her. She
Agreed.
just wants some shred of proof that one of the people who made her loved her.
I was gonna say that she's lovable.
Lovable.
Yes, that
Yes,
she's lovable.
exactly, don't want-
Yes.
Well, I think that question was going to be proved to her if he has ever paid attention to her at all, right?
Mhm.
Because what a question, right?
What's your
What's my favorite color?
What's my favorite color?
That's something someone would know when they actually pay attention to you, when they know you as a person. And
Yeah.
but I mean, like, I just felt like, oh, like, why did you have to do it that way? Because you're in a situation, especially being that you're not from that area, you stick out like a sore thumb, and the living conditions that you're in will make it very easy for you to pick out, for you to put yourself in that predicament.
Mhm.
No, I think
And it's
she did
almost
too.
like she knew the answer before ever having to call him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just one of those things
Usually.
where she needed just that verbal
Confirmation.
Yeah,
proof that
confirmation,
he's a
yeah.
piece of shit
Mhm.
and
But also-
never cared.
I think hope sometimes carries people many years beyond what they felt like they could give or do. Hope sometimes is all we ever have. And when it comes to a relationship, whether it's a chosen relationship, like someone you're dating, you're married to, versus like a familial relationship, sometimes you still carry just so much hope that like things will change, or like there's going to be something that I can say. I just have to figure out what that one thing
Mhm.
is that's going to change it all. And the day that you realize that there has never been anything
Nothing.
you can do,
Yeah.
you could never have found the perfect words, you will never be enough, and that's it. But you don't need to be enough to that person, is incredibly difficult to
Oh yeah. Well, what's sad too is that these people like T Ray, they cannot distinguish between his daughter and his wife.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
probably sees
Ooh.
so much of his wife in his daughter.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And,
I didn't
and
even
he
think that
knows,
either. Yes.
yeah, that they're probably so much alike and there's so much connected there that he still has so much anger for probably allowing himself to lose her and having lost her, and then he takes it out on his daughter instead of breaking the cycle at that point and be like, okay, I already lost my wife because of my actions and everything that happened. I don't want to make the same mistake twice, but they don't see it that way. And there's just so much bitterness and anger, you know, and it's just sad. And the poor kids, they don't deserve it. And unfortunately, that's where a lot of abuse comes from for kids, you know,
Mhm.
everywhere is shit like that. It's anger from the baby daddy, right? Well, your dad's a piece of shit, and so you treat the kids like shit, and you're doing that to get back at this one and that. Like, why?
Well, and
It's just so
a lot
sad.
of it is modeled behavior that they saw growing up, that
Mhm.
they,
Right.
you know, internalized as the way to treat their spouse, the way to treat their kids, because that's what they saw and was
Yeah.
modeled for them.
To a point. To a
Does-
point. And I think we had this argument before with another book, and I can't remember what book it was, but I'll say it again. And it was funny because I was talking to a parent at the party yesterday.
It might be 50 Words for Rain, because that was
Maybe.
a pretty heavy book.
And we were talking about how, you know, this person growing up, they didn't have their parents around to cheer them on at games and do things. And, you know, they would be at events or at their games and they would look up and like their parents weren't there for them. And so what they're trying to do now is be the best parent for their kid. And I told them, like, it's not about the financial things. It's about you physically being there. All these memories they're going to have of you just being at these games, at these parties, at the events. Like, that's what means the most to kids. And so this person saw that within their childhood and chose not to be a parent that way and break that cycle. So, you know, yes, people have, like, I guess, different type of mental illnesses growing up certain ways, but I don't accept that as a cop out, that because you were raised a certain way, that's how you're going to raise your kids. No, because everybody has the potential to look within themselves, see what they went through, and ensure that that does not happen going forward.
Right. So
And it's whether or not they choose to
Yeah,
do that.
break the cycle.
hurt people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's one of the hardest things to like hear. You're like, but just change it.
Yeah.
It just, there are depths that some people will never have to go to understand that. But
I don't accept it as an excuse. I
No.
don't think that makes anything okay.
no.
But I think that there are people that are in the cycle that can't even recognize.
Oh yeah.
And that's
for
what it
sure.
is.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that
Yeah.
that's what's happening.
Agree.
Denial, can't see it, like,
Right.
or they're just still so in it themselves.
Right.
And it's
Um,
probably their whole community. Like you have to have supportive,
Yeah,
sane
that's true.
people around you to point these things
The
out and help you work
community.
through it. Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought up the community because that makes such a difference
mhm.
in even one person's life.
Mhm.
And in our story, Lily previously had no community when there was nothing for her. And now she is part of a community. And she has said, even from the get-go of showing up with, at August's house, I hope she likes me enough not to kick me out.
I
Not
feel
to
like
send
the
me
same is true for Rosalind.
Yeah.
Rosalind. Oh
I
my
feel
God.
like
I
they just
love that she has such a connection with May, and I'm so
Mhm.
scared for her because we don't know what happens next about what's going to happen to her if something happens to May,
To
which
May.
we know is.
I don't know. I think Anna knows. I haven't seen the movie.
I can't believe it, but I saw it so many years ago. I do not remember any of it. So this is like fresh. And I knew when I watched it years ago. I think I watched the year it came out. Was it like 2008 or some
Probably.
shit?
That's what we were saying. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't remember a damn thing. So I knew that I wanted to read it, but I just never got around to it. I'm so glad you picked this book, Anna.
Me too.
That.
This is like
It's a good
this.
one.
This is the shit that's like right up my alley. If it's not like about food and cooking, which this still
Hey,
is
it
because all
is,
the
yeah.
honey and biscuits. Because I guess I'm just a fat ass at heart. Books like this, The Help, like all that kind of shit. That's like I love it.
She was right. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. There's man.
Yeah, I feel like the sense of community these women, the boat characters have brought to Lily and
Right.
Rosalind is such a change from what they're used to. It's
Well, she finally has a family.
Yeah.
Right.
They both do. I mean, we heard that Rosalind had no family anymore. She had plenty of siblings, but they're all gone. Who knows where they are? And so she has nothing. And she was already pissed that she had to be where she was. She's pissed that she's probably in trouble if she tries to leave anywhere and go back. Not that she even really wants to, but she finally is starting to find her place. And we're seeing her blossom
Mhm.
like just a teeny bit. And I know that it's like because she's in a community that she feels safer.
the scene with them running through the sprinklers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they
Oh.
I
needed
was just
that.
reading that
Oh, yeah.
before
That breakthrough. They needed that.
when June actually hugged her.
Yeah, I was
I almost
so
cried.
happy we could we haven't seen it yet. Swear we all have to do a watch together, like midweek, like week 4. But yeah, this scene of like them showing up and May and Rosalind are just like running through, soaking wet, having a blast. And then they all join in and fucking June shows up to try and like squash the fun. And then she
And Lily's like,
What?
fuck you. Yep.
And she's like, I know I
I'm
shouldn't.
so proud of her.
It
In
was-
that moment, she was like, no, I'm not giving up on her. I will not give in. I am going to do this. She described like seeing the like beads of water in her
Yeah.
eyelashes. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh girl, get it. And she did. And she gave in and she's like, oh my God, she's hugging me. Oh my God, she's hugging me. And
It
I
was
was
one
like,
of those like
sometimes you just have to push people.
Yeah.
that reading that it was like a lot of the, like you picture things, but it was so vivid
Mhm.
That I
how
felt.
that was like
That hot
how it
day.
was written. It was just so
Well, because I think it was that
vivid.
breakthrough moment. So it's like as you're reading it, you're kind of like exhaling finally, right? Like, oh,
Yeah.
like they're
Yeah.
finally,
As
she
a
finally
reader,
opened
I
up and let
feel
her in.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, what's funny is August knows something's up because she tells her, like, you know, we need to talk, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And you're wondering at this point if she realizes who she is or who her
Mhm.
mother is.
Yeah.
And what I'm wondering is if June knows, or maybe she doesn't. And that's why August is so calm and cool about it. But maybe June hasn't put two and two together.
Right.
See, that's what I've been like. Now I'm like, who knows what?
Right.
Like I feel
And
like they're not dumb
obviously, I
people.
think we know May doesn't because May
She's
would
just
be
like-
freaking out.
Yeah.
I mean, even at the mention of her mom's name in the kitchen.
Yeah. May's just like,
You
yeah,
know.
she was here.
Yeah,
It started
exactly.
Yeah. Go Rebecca. Your one quote just took over the last like 20 minutes.
Welcome.
Sometimes
Well,
you
so I'm glad I didn't read the other quote that I had put in there because the two things that Lily did this week that like pissed me off.
girl.
The one was calling T-Ray. Like, why did you do that?
Thank you.
I get it. She needed to. But then the second was like the second she started to talk about having feelings for Zach, I'm like, something bad's gonna happen to him. I was like, no, don't do it because
Mhm.
Girl, don't do
this
it.
can only end badly for him, regardless of what he does
Yes.
and not do about it.
Yes, honestly.
second,
And when
I was
she
like,
said,
no.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I thought it was an interesting choice by the author that the bad thing that happens to him is really outside of Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that that's
Yeah.
an interesting choice. I don't, the author certainly could have involved Lily in that altercation and in that scenario.
Right.
And she chose not to.
Well, but I think a lot of it was very familiar to how Rosalind got in trouble.
Yeah.
And she probably didn't want to make it about the two of them again because they probably didn't want the storyline to have like law enforcement being back at the house and getting, her involved and then Rosalind being found out and all that. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That could have taken a big
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
So I think that's why she was best to keep her ass in the car and not get involved. And it was what it was.
I mean, I don't think that we've avoided that quite yet. That's still on the horizon.
Yeah.
But wow. All right. Do we have another quote that we need to? Jesus. There were some doozies.
Mhm.
Doozies.
I want
What,
to say
Donna?
to Anna, in case she didn't read all this shit on
Sure the fuck
Facebook.
didn't because I read my chapters. I didn't need the clip notes.
The first quote I pulled is, I poured orange juice into the jelly glasses, and I am not the only one drinking out of mason jars.
Out your old jelly jar.
There you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
Now
I
you got to
love
start trailing cockroaches with marshmallows and you'll be right there with them on the porch.
No.
I got my my novel bitches mason jar with a straw in them.
Okay, when she brought up May, May trying to get the cockroach with the marshmallows
Mhm.
before she asked about her mom. Was I
I was
the
like-
only one reading that? Like I held my breath, like one of those, like,
Yeah.
and you
too.
kind of forget to breathe. Like I almost felt like if I got like that flushed pan, like,
Like
wait a minute, what the fuck? One of those moments. Yeah,
Wait a
like
second,
I was.
your flush panic about like I'm about to say something important?
No, it's like it's when something comes, like if you've ever been in a situation where something is said or comes up and it's one of those realization,
those
like,
clicky things, like
I'm
where
about
you just
to-
like you're
yes.
standing there. It's like,
wait a minute, what?
yeah,
Like, it's almost like, how would you know that? Like, T-Ray said that
And-
about my mom. How would she, like, it's that proof that she needed that her mom was there.
mhm.
But it's like,
And you
and
knew,
then,
you're
and
like,
then she
when-
tried to rationalize it. Well, maybe my mom read it in a book
book,
somewhere.
yeah,
Well,
Maybe
she
it
had
wasn't.
She'd even talked earlier about teaching May that method that her mom had, but then it never came up until they were sitting there on the floor and she was talking about the graham crackers and the marshmallows.
Yeah.
So it was almost like, oh, she already knew.
Yeah. even May probably already knows. She's like, yeah, of course.
Mhm.
That's so funny when you mentioned the cockroaches. I was like, why did you like freak out? Are you flashbacking to last October when we read about the cockroaches in a Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires?
Well,
Best book, best Halloween book. It
Hate
was so
that.
good. Except the year before when we read Haunting of Hill House. That was also the best book.
Fuck.
We
I
always
like
need one of
that. That
those.
would have been the best book if it was written the way we thought it would.
We came up. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We really thought way more was going on in that fucking story than it was.
Oh man.
We had
I
all
think we
these
need to
like,
do a rewrite.
Yeah,
I
the
think that was the
craziest theories.
idea.
yeah, our theories were ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it
And
would
then like all of a sudden it was just like real plain and fizzled out and we're like, wait, what? what do you mean?
That's
Oh,
it.
What?
The Southern Book Club Guide to Vampire Slaying, I wanted it to be Golden Girls versus Lost Boys. Like, this is what I wanted when I picked
Yes!
that book.
That would have been fun.
Yeah.
oh my god.
And what
Yeah.
I got was not
Hill
that.
House was interesting because so many things are going on in this house and you're not sure if any of it's real. And then you're like, what's it leading to? And blah, blah, blah. That was our second book altogether. And that was pretty fun. We did Handmaid's Tale first in September, almost 3 years ago. And then we did Haunting of Hill House next. And that was quite the tale that we told.
Oh yes.
That we told.
Yes. We
Oh.
need to go back and watch those lives and then actually like write that shit out and write a book.
We should, because we wrote a motherfucking doozy. We did.
Oh, yeah.
We wrote a bestseller.
Well,
Yeah.
We'll put our storyline up on the wall right next to our crazy ass red string diagram from Salem Cypher.
Oh my
That was a
god.
good one,
Salem
too.
Cypher
That
we read,
one.
yeah, what was that, 2 Septembers ago? And
That was a good one.
oh my, that one was like, okay, who's connected to whom and what's what? And we were like,
Mhm.
Rebecca, you need to put up the fucking board behind you so that we can see it every week. And she's like, yeah, except for the fact that I don't want like my actual job to see this. It was so
That's
good.
right.
That was so good.
Yeah,
Well,
since
I'm a
then I've
PI at
discovered
night.
virtual backgrounds, so it's fine.
Oh,
we
there
need
you
a
go.
string diagram, I'm in.
That was Jess Lowry that we read. And those of you who went on the retreat got her signed copy of The Quarry Girls, which I read in just a few days because I could not put that bitch down. What is it about thrillers? They're the ones that I cannot stop reading. I
You
cannot
gotta know. You gotta know.
Yeah,
what
because you gotta
happens.
know. You just
Gotta-
gotta know what's
You
happening.
gotta know. It's so different. Like with the romance, I'm like, whatever. It'll lead to wherever it does.
I may have to move that up in my TBR pile, but I can't put it above Beth Duke. I just can't.
You know what you could do is like audiobook that one. To do like,
I'm gonna
'cause you
need
can
to.
read sometimes while you're working. So like, just put that bitch on audio. You're good to go.
I really need to do that. I do. Because I can sit in here. I usually have like either music or TV going on in the background if I'm not like
Girl,
actively
Word
in a
Girl is
meeting.
my favorite book this year. I'm pretty sure I actually sent her that exact statement after I read it. I sent her a message. I was like, hey, we need some signed books. And I was like, by the way, Core Girls was the best book I read this year. And she was like, thank you so much for saying that.
Aw.
And she was super sweet. But anyways, yeah, we get to send them messages sometimes. And Anna had been doing all of the author contacts up to that point, and I was like, I get to do like one ever. I felt so lit. Oh, I was like, Anna, you're a fucking goddess doing this all the time. It's so exciting.
So I have a quote that I like that I want to bring up. And I think it's important. And I don't know if anybody put it in the chat because I didn't look at it because I'm a thug.
She
like that.
doesn't do that at all. She just brings it all fresh to the live.
Love it.
Yeah. After she calls T-Ray, keep talking some shit, bitch. I can look at you and I can read. I can do like the chameleon eye right here. See what the fuck you're saying. Don't you dare cry. Don't you dare cry. So what if he doesn't know the color you love best? So what? And the reason why I think that that's important is because it's not so what. It's not so what when someone that you want to love you, someone that should love you in your life doesn't know something that you feel is important about you.
Yeah.
And I felt that pain, you know what I mean? Because it's so easy for us to tell ourselves, well, it's no big deal. So what? Like, come on, we're not going to cry about this. No, it hurts. And it's okay to feel being hurt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it just have that validation that that person just does not care,
No.
you know?
That they will
Poor thing.
never
I just
just
felt that from
Well, see,
her.
that's like you said, it's okay to be hurt because a lot of times I feel like people will change that hurt into anger and not like be in it
yeah.
Well, and it's
because
just,
you feel
it's
like it's
another
weak, but
way.
it's not a weak thing. Like
It's
But
not a
I
weak
think
thing.
that as women, don't forget that we are taught that our vulnerability and feelings are too much, way too often. And so when we allow ourselves to be that vulnerable, even if we're alone, sometimes we're like, suck it up, bitch, to ourselves. Why
Mhm.
should we? Sometimes
Well,
let
she
But
went
that's what
by
I'm
herself
saying.
with that.
cry it out.
Yeah.
Like, let
That's what I'm
yourself
saying.
feel
But it's
it.
not even about like cry it out. It's about like, you know, I'm sure all of us have been to a point where a friend or a parent or our spouse has done something or forgotten something that has hurt us. It hurts our feelings. And too often than not, you're afraid to say something because you don't want to look like the over emotional, sensitive person,
Or
right?
weak.
Yep.
And we talk to ourselves to say, well, it's okay. It doesn't really matter. And you're trying to rationalize that what this person did that hurt your feelings is okay. And you're the one that's being oversensitive. No, if you're hurt, you are hurt. And
You
it's
are
okay to vocally, you know, say that and let that
Mhm.
person know. And it's not that you're trying to bash them or be negative about it, but just to
Yeah.
let them know, like, hey, what you did or didn't do or forgot, it hurt me,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know? And this
You know
was
what it
just
is?
that typical thing of what we do to validate what they did was not a big deal. And it is.
Justify. Yeah.
We don't need a man to gaslight us. We do it to our own damn selves.
Damn it, Mr. Grizzly.
Write that bitch down. Write that down. We don't need
Yeah.
to gaslight us. Ooh,
I
that's
really
good.
wanted in that moment that you're talking about, Anna, I wanted her to say, you have other people to love you now. That's what I wanted her to say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I get
Yeah.
that he hurt you, but now we're here. And
But
we
she's also at a point where she wants to tell August so bad how much she loves her and just can't.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Can y'all see my
They had a tournament right now. I didn't go because I was gonna
Okay.
miss the live, and they got a second place in the tournament. Look at this.
Is that another ring?
They
Look
made
at
it to
that
the championship and they won
ring.
second place.
Do you have like a shadow box?
You
or-
didn't lose.
What is it called?
You
Like,
won
a
second
box
place.
Thing to like put all his
Put it
rings
on, Anna.
in?
Put it on.
Hell,
Let's
Telling
see it
you,
on
that
your
boy
hand.
is gonna
Put
need
all
more
of them
fingers.
Anna has
He's got
22 fingers, by the
7
way.
now.
So once we reach like book club amount, he's gonna give them to everybody. One to everybody.
Desi's tournament rings are going in the next book box.
A ring for you, a ring for you. Everybody gets a ring.
Congratulations.
Look at you. Great job, dear.
Good job, babe.
Nicely done.
Yeah, he has like a trophy shelf. It looks like home plate. It's made out of wood.
Oh,
And the
that's
top
cute.
has little round holes where he puts his game balls. Like if he's won, you know, got home runs and stuff, he has his game balls. And then the bottom have pegs and he puts all his rings on that.
I didn't know that was a thing, but that's
That is
cute.
so
That's
cool,
cool.
right?
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it and show you guys.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that.
do it.
I love that. That is so cool. Mm-mm.
Okay. While she walks away, just because I am from this area of South
The
Carolina,
Carolinas, right?
I want to say that the quote where he said, "Where did you come from?" he asked me. This is the #1 most asked question in all of South Carolina. Oh, nice.
That's so cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So he's got some
Oh.
trophies up there.
Up top.
And then he's got his game balls and then his rings.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
so
that.
One of his Christmas
I love it.
presents.
This is go Beaver go. That is so cool.
Hey, my poor baby hit his fucking moneymaker today. Thank God I wasn't there. So I guess a ball popped up from one of the kids. They fouled it, and he ripped his mask off and went diving for it towards the pitching mound. And the pitcher was coming down off the mound to also try to get it and wasn't calling it. So Desi wasn't paying attention to him being there, and Desi dove for it, and I guess they collided.
Oh
Look, Sean said he got a little bit of a fat lip, but he's okay. But I'm like, don't be fucking up the moneymaker, okay?
And
One of the
Discord is
moms, one of the
expensive.
Filipino moms already told him, you go to the Philippines, you're going to be a movie star. So that's my backup plan.
That is not a lie either.
I'm telling you.
Friend who moved there, and he was like, "Bro, I live like a king. Literally, I feel like the biggest celebrity from Hollywood just like showed up. He is not kidding. He lives literally at like the top of everything, and he's like, it's amazing." So
Yeah. Right, this
Oh
way.
no, she told him, you so handsome boy, you go Philippines, you be movie star.
yes,
You got to go move. I was like, Desi, you ready to pack your bags, bitch? Like, you need to start making me money. Let's go.
yeah, change your
You
diet.
finish middle school, you don't need high school.
I
let's
don't
go.
think they
Let's
have.
go.
I don't think they have
Why
just
don't you get
nuggets
all
and
over your
French
shirt?
fries from the Philippines. So
water.
Have what?
It
nuggets
starts
and
on
French
Tuesday.
fries is like his.
Why?
Learn to
You
love
adapt. You
Rely
adapt.
on
No,
No,
we're
you have
fine.
to. You just have to go to the office. Go, get out of here.
I don't think he wants like half cooked chicken.
That's
Bring it in
fully
for him.
cooked.
I'll deep fry thing.
Stop.
I'll deep fry.
Oh my god. What's the one in the egg called?
Oh, the balut.
Blech. Sean's coworkers used to eat that
Oh,
shit.
what now?
Oh my god, gross. Gross.
Mm-mm.
It's
Don't even try to bring that to a retreat. I
I
will
know that
fucking
she's
leave.
saying "oh no" about his face, but I'm saying it about this food. So.
About the balut.
it's a
Stop.
fertilized.
Stop.
It's a fertilized.
Oh
chick.
no.
Stop.
And then
I
you-
will
you-
send
no,
pickles to your
no,
fucking
I'm
house,
good.
Dominique.
Eat it. No.
She's all.
I will I will throw
There's
pickles
pickles
in your
in my
car.
fridge.
Pickles to you.
My kids mess with me. They'll eat the pickles and like breathe at me.
Keep
Mom, I
talking
ate
about
a pickle.
balut, and I'll show up and wait for you to come out, and I'll throw a pickle at you.
That's Bella. You know darn well that she chases Leo with pickles because he cannot
Oh, he doesn't like it
stand
either.
the smell of them. Like
No,
if
you know what she's gonna do?
in the
She's gonna
same-
get pickle lip gloss and like put it on you in your
Ugh.
sleep and like put it on your
Oh,
nostril.
I
No,
would
and
wake
then
up.
can't figure out why.
Instantly. No, oh,
I was saying
Thank
it about
you
the balut also.
for
Take
that.
notes.
You want to be my roomie at the retreat, Dominique?
not anymore.
I got some lotion and body wash.
Let's.
She's got
Sorry.
pickled
I-
eggs.
You can't just bring like Pancit or something good.
Like that, and that it seems so fucking extra too. Like, just eat a fucking regular hard-boiled egg. Like, stop being so goddamn extra. Like, ew.
All right, I will say, I'm gonna admit this right now. My ex used to go to the gas station and get those pickled pig's feet in the pink
Oh,
Oh, that's nasty.
thing. I would
I'm fucking
lock
done.
him out of the car. Like
I'm done.
Yeah.
I was just like, you
I'll
can't
make
come in
some.
my
I'll
car
make some
now.
next time, Caitlin.
Yeah. Yum. Okay. So I worked at a bar, and obviously
Oh,
they
here we
had
go.
pickled eggs. The spicy ones, though, they had all like the pepperoncinis in there. Oh, they were so good. Anyways,
Why the eggs?
they're
You bring
bomb.
pig hoof in
Bomb.
my
No.
But they
Yeah.
also had pickled pig's feet, and I cannot tell you how
No.
there were. It was disgusting. People who ask for this to eat at a bar.
Like why?
People
Is
who
it, like,
eat
did they
pickled
lose a
eggs at a
bet?
bar are fucking disgusting. You're
There's
trying to act
worse.
like that's the normal
There's
thing.
worse, like pickled pig's feet, and you know what it looks like? It just looks
It
like
gets gelatinous.
It's a hoop.
a gelatinous fat all over. Oh
I'm
my
done,
God.
you
And then
guys.
you just
Stop.
eat it, and you're
My
watching-
eyes are fucking watering. Stop.
So that's it. That's my thing that grosses me out. I'm not.
pickled
Okay,
pig's
Well,
that's
that's gonna be
understandable.
your fear factor food on the retreat.
That's it.
That would be
That's
my
the fear factor food,
on
which
the-
don't
That's on
admit-
you.
Watching you eat pickled pig's feet is gonna make me really glad I don't like goat cheese. Because I'll be like, I'm good.
Glad that I'm a vegetarian.
Honestly, the thing I hate the most is chocolate cake. So I'm
Oh,
just telling you guys
yeah.
right now, if you want
Totally right there with you.
chocolate cake
I'm sure.
will make me vomit. So
I
if
Yeah,
mean,
you
don't
wanna
throw that
ruin
on
the
me
fear
while I'm
factor
sleeping.
Yeah.
with me, Yeah.
Anna, you and I are gonna have a whole discussion about this later. I'm gonna need to know the levels of chocolate cakes. There are many.
Can't
All
stand,
all
can't
of them.
stand any of them.
All
Yeah.
of them.
Just give me chocolate cake, and that is my Fear Factor food. I'm telling you.
What if it's like a vanilla chocolate swirl? I'm gonna need to
She
know.
doesn't get it. She doesn't get it.
She wants it all.
She's kidding. She wants
I'm
all
kidding.
the
I'm
Just want
chocolate.
that to be her fear
I'm
factor
joking.
food.
Like if that's my She's like doing all the research.
Look, Caitlin said the
Wait
same
a
thing.
minute.
She's like, chocolate cake. No,
Like
bitch.
just
yeah.
smear it all
Chocolate
over me.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
bring
I'll like
chocolate
be
cake.
so
joke.
disgusted.
Like I love
Do not
chocolate
bring the
cake,
chocolate
so
cake. Y'all already know.
oh, I hate it so much. Ew. I'm not gonna eat it. Yeah.
Terrible.
It's not the chocolate cake.
Keep
you
it
guys.
away.
No, you know what I fucking want? I want the Matilda chocolate cake.
Oh my god, that looks
Oh.
so good.
That
No
Lucky
cake has
fucker.
ever looked better.
I'd be that fat kid on stage eating the whole cake. I could
Oh,
do it.
for real. Not a care in the
100%.
fucking world.
Oh my god, that kid.
Just give me that and a jug of milk. I mean, I'd probably shit myself for a week, but I'm good. I'll fuck it up.
Yeah.
I've seen Caitlin that they do have that recipe now. But yeah, all the Matilda chocolate cake
She said,
always
"I'll
looks so
send you
bomb.
that recipe. Oh my god, send it to me. What?
Just
Yeah.
post it on the page so we can all
Well,
have it.
my Death by Chocolate cake
Matilda
is
was
not far off.
written
I
by
will
what's
tell
his
you.
name? Roald Dahl. Is that how you say his first name? Roald.
I've only ever read it, so
It's like Ronald without an N.
yeah.
Weird. It's hard to say.
Rolled.
I always thought it was rolled.
You have not
like,
seen the movie?
Rolled.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Wait.
No
oh,
idea.
Made it a few times. So fun good. Anyways, oh no.
But the problem is that it is
Because we're
good.
book club. I mentioned it was written. It's a book. You know, in a whole like series of children's books by Roald Dahl.
The-
I really didn't realize we're
James
books
and the
when I was
Giant
growing
Peach
up.
was my favorite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big
Oh,
Fish is another one.
Big Fish.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
that looks amazing.
Epic. Want it. Wait a second. Did you just say Big Fish, like the movie Big Fish?
Yeah, that's a Roald Dahl book.
I
That
didn't
I did
realize
not
that.
know. That's news.
I love that movie.
I have made jokes. I hope he's not watching. That my dad is that guy. Like my dad is Big Fish.
I remember you saying
If
that.
there's
one.
a way to exaggerate a story, my dad's got that on lock.
Yeah, this is actually not this is the same recipe as my Death by Chocolate cake. Instead, I use sour cream instead of Greek yogurt. And I make it as a bundt cake. And then I add chocolate chips and I do the
I'm gonna
ganache.
bet
Yeah.
nobody put Greek yogurt in it back when that movie was made.
My dad, when he owned that bar pub, they used to have Death by Chocolate cake. That, oh my god! And as a child, like all you want to do is eat the whole cake, and he's
Thank
like,
you.
"We sell it by the slice. You can't
Yeah.
have the whole cake."
Can I buy the cake? Sell me 16 slices, please.
Yeah. I just made it for my boss's
Put
birthday
it on my
a
tab.
couple weeks ago. And she's already hitting me up like, can you make that cake again next time I come down? I'm
Oh my god.
like, first one's free, bitch. Then I start to charge.
Oh my god. What is that movie? Put it on my tab. Dan in Real Life. Every time, did everybody see that one? Dan in Real Life? Oh my god. Just do it.
I will.
That movie. It is so good. It's like if you have a book that like you cozy up to, like when you have nothing else to read, you just want like your cozy read, watch Dan in Real Life instead. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like your new thing. That's what I put on every time I have nothing going on and I need to just like zone out. It's
I wish I knew what.
Oh, it's
having
got
nothing
Steve
going on
Carell.
felt
I'm
like.
in.
You have to be awake at 2 a.m. There's nothing to do at 2 a.m. except for sleep, and I call that nothing.
Oh, that, yeah, no.
Oh.
Can't do
I call
that.
that nothing to do, and choose to sleep when I'm dead.
Like,
It's
man,
on Disney Plus right now.
so long since I've been awake at 2 a.m. I can't even tell you.
Every night. I'm over here like, bitch, shut it off.
Okay.
The only time I'm not like that is like last Sunday.
Wonder why.
I wonder.
What happened there?
Imagine that.
wonder. So I have Desiree and Mom over. Mom says that she's in stitches watching. She doesn't even know
Oh,
what
was she?
she's in stitches watching. Desiree's over here because she's like, I had to go in the room with the baby, so I couldn't like hang out and blah blah blah. And she's like, bitch.
I was wondering why no one was like coming out to save you. That's why. And then at one point I was like, where is CJ at? And you're like, I don't know. Where's your husband? Do you have one? And I was like, bitch. I go, I have one. I go, he's over here, but I'm not drunk on live. Like, where is your husband? And then you got into it with him in Houston, and that was all.
Where are they? I don't know. You know, like bits and pieces come back, but for the whole, I wasn't even on the live as far as I'm concerned. I'm pretty much just like blacked out for 2 hours.
Oh my god.
See, I was.
Well, you did
I
profess
woke
your
up
love for
In
me.
the shower.
You did
Yeah.
profess your love for
Yeah.
me, and you
Oh.
did it drunk, so that means it's true. So you
Mhm.
can never deny it. That you missed me being there
Truth
so
serum.
bad, and you've known me since we were this many.
Before
And-
their brother.
Yeah.
I
You know
was
what I
like,
missed
oh,
is getting
this is
slapped
awesome.
by you with a tortilla. So go me.
Next time.
Next time. We would have done that if you were here, and that's why you didn't show up.
That's what she was missing out on.
For those who are hearing impaired.
Okay.
I got some signs up my sleeve.
Yeah. What was that one? What was that? Sign?
Yeah, so Desiree sent me a like plethora of clips, and I hit the first one while drunk still. And I said, nope,
That's the best.
I don't want to see my life. Said it again, and forgot that I even said that until way later. So
That was awesome. I don't gotta rewatch
Oh,
my
you
life.
know,
Okay, fine.
you know what the first one was me going, so where are Houston and CJ? But like if you know, like if they're good, are you good? Are you good? And I was like, fuck, nope. That's exactly why I say I don't rewatch my bullshit. Nope.
I don't normally. I try not to.
And then I wait-
nights.
Dominique was okay. I mean,
I
you were
was-
giggly, but you
Well,
were
yeah,
were
I
okay.
was
bubbly,
like right at
but-
that point where like, yeah, everything was just funny.
She
Like, I
just
wasn't
went on
there
with her
yet.
shenanigans to make it look better and more fun, and I fucking knew it. And then the next day, Desiree was like, "You look really peppy. Like you should be really fucking wasted today." And I was like, "No. What is it about me? I cannot sleep past 6 a.m. if I've been trashed the night before.
Mm.
I don't know what it is. I cannot sleep in. I wish I could." And I was like, "I need greasy food all day, and that's it. I'll be fine."
Yeah.
But then she is bringing up some of the things that I don't remember, didn't remember,
your-
none of
your-
that. Thank you.
Brain is saying, "Don't remember."
I'm trying not to. And I was like, honest, like, it looked like you were playing it up. And I was
I
like,
said, hey, fuck it. Tell everybody I wasn't drunk. I was just playing into it. Fuck
I
it.
was like, no, I heard my fucking voice. I heard my voice. It's annoying. I can tell you right now, nobody's gonna believe that shit. They're not retarded.
I did at the moment. But I was thinking because where I was at.
I swear, with every question of that trivia that Anna asked, her annoyance level was just
Oh, yeah.
what?
Oh,
yeah.
the trivia had
Well,
me
you have
in
to remember,
giggles.
I was already
Funny.
super irritable anyway. Yeah,
And then
that
we had
day.
to make you repeat it too. We're
No,
like,
and that's when I started muting you guys. Like, fuck this. Fuck, you guys are winning shit anyway. On to the next. Like,
well, I remember I told Tasha, I was like, she muted us, and
she's
you're
like,
like,
oh yeah, Vanessa. I'm like, I already said that.
well, I was like, she muted us, and you
God.
read my lips. You're like, yeah, I muted you.
Yeah.
I was like, she
That was
knows.
fun too, trying to read your lips and see what you guys were saying when you're muted.
Dominique
That
thought she was
that
in
was
class.
entertaining.
She's like, she's like, Tasha, stop. Oh my God, she's mad. Stop.
Oh.
I was dying.
No, never.
Oh.
Oh my god. See?
Well, Anna missed the bus tour. And that's what that was like talking. We had our bus tour guy who would not let us talk. We were
Oh my god!
I
he
don't
was
think
such an
Anna heard
ass.
about that.
no.
I wish a motherfucker would.
The
We
tour
took a
is
bus
up
for
here.
the city,
The
and this
tour is up here.
this asshole, like they're trying to get the baby settled, and he's like, the tour's up here. He wouldn't was yelling at him every time anybody would talk.
Ladies.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
he just wanted to be the center of attention.
I'd
This
have been like,
is
look,
really what
motherfucker.
that-
3 minutes of us getting on the bus
Who else was on the bus?
at the window.
Everybody.
And
No, but how many other people besides your group?
I think it was like 20 total, maybe.
like,
And were did they seem annoyed or distracted by you guys?
not at all.
No,
See, I
not
would have been
even
like,
Talked
look,
as much as we
assholes.
did, but they never got told anything about it. We're within the first 3 minutes of us getting on it. Desiree's sitting next to the big window, and I'm like, he's in the sun. Do you want to switch seats with me? That's all I said. And then he goes, hey, the tour is up here. If
Oh,
you
no.
girls want to
It's
just
dark.
get off at this next, I could pull over right now. You can get off. You don't have to take this tour.
And then
No.
we
And then
stopped
I
at
was like,
stop.
we're just trying
Then
to
let me say this
out.
right now. God knew. God knew, because
'Cause
had
if
I
you'd
been
been on
there
there, you
on
would've
that
kicked his
fucking bus,
And you'd have been driving the bus.
I'd
then
have
he
been
was
like,
getting
listen
on-
here, fucker. We paid for you to take us out. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to hear you fucking talk. Just drive around. We'll look at the shit ourselves. Like, you ain't gonna talk to me. I'm a grown ass mother.
Well, then he was
I know
getting
I'm
on
mad.
Teen's case. He was like, any questions? And she'd have questions. He was like, hold on there with that question.
No.
Or like,
Yeah, don't ask that question because I'm getting to it. Like he's annoyed that she's asking questions.
or
No.
he'd say
When he
like, try to
told
be
us to ask
clever,
questions.
like grass.
Right.
I'm
What was that
surprised
like?
Desiree
phrase?
didn't go off and
Oh.
say anything.
Desiree? No.
Oh,
Desiree
no.
felt like we were scolded by our dad. And I'm sorry.
think if
you
I
were
was
not
there-
raising us, you don't get to scold us.
I think if I was
My
there,
favorite.
me and Des would have like fucking popped off. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have been there to have her back.
I
She
mean,
would've
I
known
said
it.
something back. I was like, we're just trying to settle a baby, dude.
did
But
not.
No, that's
care.
too nice.
I feel like
No.
Dominique and I were afraid to speak. We were sitting
We're right behind him.
him.
Yeah.
Like right behind him. And so like I was trying to like engage him and ask him
Yes.
questions and
No.
like
he goes,
So you'd
"Ask
ask.
questions."
I would have
Any
been that one to
questions?
sit behind him and purposely just talk about shit that had nothing to do with the tour. Just to piss him off the whole fucking time.
So he goes,
Tell me about
everybody
your
ask
wallet.
questions, please. So Teen was right there. So she asked questions. Probably just trying to take one for the team and like distract his ass. I don't know, but go you. Because then every once in a while he'd be like,
I'm getting to that lady.
Mhm.
oh God, what did he say? What did he say? Patience.
Grasshopper. Oh, that's it.
Patience,
Yeah.
grasshopper. Yes.
Mm.
And then he would always
And
even
then-
get to it.
And he would say,
No, he didn't
I'm
even
gonna
answer the
get to
question.
that if you will let me.
Then I would have been like, then don't fucking wait to let us ask a question. Like, what the hell?
Oh my God.
Don't do a Q&A.
And then
Yeah.
like 10 minutes
And
later,
then
I'm like,
we
did we
get to
ever
that
get to
point
that
and he would
answer?
not give the info. Never happened.
done.
Never came.
Mm-mm.
No.
I
He
think my
even missed
favorite
Anne
part.
Rice's house.
Yeah, which was like one of the things on the brochure. one
There
of
were
the reasons we
two
wanted
things
to
on
do
the brochure that he did not even point out when we drove by.
Oh no. Did you guys complain to the company?
He did
I
point out
would've-
where he
I
got drunk
would've
at in
Karen it
college and where
all the
he
way up.
partied and all the places
gives a
he
shit about him?
lived.
I feel like
No, this guy brought a picture of himself
Oh,
up
that's
and down the aisles and
right.
made everybody look at it. A picture on his phone of him like emceeing a parade or something.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Jesus
they-
fucking
That
knew.
was the kind of thing that was important to him.
Jesus
not,
knew.
you know,
I'm telling
Anne
you right now, because that's
Look at
probably how I
God.
would have gotten
Won't he
arrested
do it?
in fucking New Orleans. I would have been on the news for fucking up a tour bus driver because there's no way in hell I would have
He
handled
would have
that.
bailed your ass out and then gone drinking.
I did
my
make
God.
him wait
Fine.
for me.
I would have
I
kicked
had-
his ass off.
The
and been like,
headline
"Leave
would have
me
been
alone, fucker."
something like tour bus driver
Yeah,
takes
Teen did
his
pee.
last trip to
Teen took a tinkle.
St. Louis Cemetery. Or to
nowhere to pee. And so I like walk like catty corner across the street to this gas station. I was like, do not leave me. I know that man would have fucking
Well,
left
that's
me.
why we stood
would've, he
outside.
would've.
never got on the bus until we saw you.
The whole group was standing outside the bus waiting for me.
Because yeah, I felt like you probably would have taken off.
He
Yeah.
would
He
have
would
left me.
100% have left without you.
I had to pee
Yeah.
so bad.
He
Do not-
would
I would
have.
have pissed on his bus. Fuck him.
I should have popped a mason jar out and just
So mad.
Just
Bullshit
left it under the
irritates me.
seat.
I'm mad I missed that. Of all the
Here's a
things,
tip,
that's
buddy.
what I'm mad that I missed. And that's the one thing you don't tell me.
We had another tour where a lot of
Save it
people
for the right time.
disappeared on
What?
our ghost tour. We started
Our
with
ghost
like
tour, yeah.
20 people, ended with like
Just us and the tour guide.
yeah.
At
the
the
tour
end.
guide was great. The tour guide was
There's that one tall ass bitch who wouldn't get out of my way.
Kept going in front of you.
So we leave and we realize that the trolley isn't going to get us to our field trip, which was just to this really cool bookstore. It's called Faulkner House Books. Really cool in like Pirates Alley, old place. Anyways, we're all headed there. We don't make it. They close like 3 minutes early. We show up. Dominique is at their fucking camera, like a little bit.
Showing the watch. Like,
Y'all
what the hell?
close
About
early.
3 minutes.
They don't care. Anyway, so we go to go to dinner. That's whatever. Then after dinner, we have our ghost and vampire tour. We go to that. There is like no mention of weather at all. And all within 10 minutes into our tour, it dumps
Absolutely
down.
boring.
There's no drizzle. It dumps on us.
It's gallons.
Dumps down.
It's gallons.
We're getting like flooded by water from above. Obviously, it's disgusting because there's nothing nastier except for Paris. Now I'm hearing than New Orleans, right in the heart. It's yuck.
There was a
always
needle on the
chance of
floor at one
weather
point.
in the south. Yeah,
There was a what?
Needles on the floor.
always a chance of
That's
weather.
fun.
Like if the thing says there's a 2% chance of rain, you better fucking prepare for rain. Like
it's raining.
just
But
gonna
it
pop
said
up.
no rain in the evening.
Look, we're from the West Coast, okay? If it says 98% of chance,
Right.
if it says 100% chance of rain, you look up because you don't believe that shit. It's not gonna rain.
Right.
It's not raining.
It says 2% chance. You better pack something. I wore this giant hat, and I was the only one who was like dry. The hat was like.
We're all looking around in Southern California, like, where the fuck is it raining? By the way,
Pretty sure my mom was wearing a white shirt. So that
Oh,
was fun.
And
she was pulling a trespassing, huh?
Mm.
no.
Where's that
Right.
Gatorade?
Look, bitch.
She was
man,
trying to go to the
we all-
catacombs.
I don't know which one of these fools, but somebody said, "Oh, should we wear our nightgowns on the tour?"
Oh,
It
that's
was
right.
Tiffany.
Yes.
That would have been awesome.
Because that bitch did not have to wear a bra. That's why
That would have been awesome.
her titties just sat where they did. Fuck her.
You can wear a bra, you fucking weirdo. You don't have to wear it all commando.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, I absolutely would have done it if other people were doing it. I brought it. I was down. I was ready.
I'm sure a lot of people go dressed up and themed to those tours. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You could have totally done it.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could have
it
been
would- it
like
would have
Lil
been a great
Babette
show.
from the fucking book. Duh, don't you know that?
They were good tour guide, they would.
Our tour guide was super sweet.
She was awesome.
We go past a bar, half the people duck in and disappear.
Oh,
She's
we
like,
had
we're gonna
a-
wait here for a few minutes, see if it lets up. Not a big deal. She pulls out her big old raincoat she keeps in her bag.
Yeah.
She fucking knew. We didn't. But anyway,
We had a
she's like,
bachelor
here you are,
party.
if you want.
in our group, and then he stayed back to buy people, like this one woman, drinks. I remember he was like, "I'll get you a drink," and then he disappeared.
And Dominique called him out. She's like, "You're about to get married."
Yeah. Well, I heard him say, like, "Let me buy you a drink." I was like, "You are about to be married, sir."
Oh my
Are you
god.
Didn't
sure
stop
he
him.
was the groom?
Yeah, he wore
Yes,
a
he had, like-
captain hat and instead groom.
Yeah, like he had a sash. It was obvious he was on his bachelor party.
Yeah, and he stayed behind. We saw him again later on, still at the bar.
We circled back.
Yeah, we had to pee there later.
Yeah,
Did anybody bring home anything haunted?
not that I know of yet.
No, y'all were
But we,
more
we heard all about your spindle.
so
I would never
We
know.
heard-
I feel like because I don't think that stuff exists, I would never know. Like,
Okay.
and I'm-
Well, if you ever come to this area, I will take you by my old house in Corona. That whole fucking neighborhood, the houses were
Oh, that's
spirited.
right.
Can we
because
just
it
go to
was all
Anna's old
old
neighborhood for the
Indian
next retreat?
burial grounds.
I don't think we want to.
Huh?
I could just drive down there for a field trip. You just tell me when. I want to
Okay.
go to a haunted house.
This
You
is
can come
weird.
with me.
Listen,
I'll fucking go. Just come down.
I'm
and
gonna
hang out.
tell you a weird story. So When I was in second grade, we moved to Corona, and it was all brand new
She left.
construction. I left her. I was fucking tired of seeing her ass, and I was like, I'm out.
You
Deuces.
know who she was? No, she was.
Let me finish my story. You're gonna piss me off like last week. No.
Oh, my.
So brand new construction. Well, there was a like a mountain right behind our neighborhood with the canyon and everything. Well, turns out, I guess the land used to belong to Native Americans, and they were
Like
supposedly
poltergeist
burial
kinda
grounds
thing.
and all kinds of shit. So we picked out the model home. They built it from the foundation up, and next to us was all just foundations. Nothing was there. And as we're living there, houses are being built. There was a lady that lived across the street, and she was probably there for about a year before we moved in. And my mom became good friends with her and her husband, and she had a room in her house where she had like, I think it was where her grandkids would come and stay, but she had like an antique phone and those little porcelain dolls, right? It was kind of like that style setup. But the antique phone, it was an old rotary, one of the big long receivers,
Have one.
but it wasn't plugged in. It didn't have a live line to it. And that fucker would ring.
Oh no.
It would ring. And my mom, when we started noticing things going on in the house, she talked with her and she told her, like, oh, yeah, we have a spirit here, and it
No big
mostly
deal.
stays kind of in that room, and it'll make my antique phone ring and different little things. Well, in our house, my dad was doing construction at the time, and he would work really late hours because he owned the company. So we had a guest room downstairs that he would sometimes sleep in if he came home too late, so that he wasn't coming upstairs to wake up my mom and me and my sisters. I remember one night I woke up and I had my bedroom door open so I could see towards the staircase, and the light came on downstairs. And I heard like noises in the kitchen, so I thought my dad was home. So I was all excited, and I get up and I run downstairs. No fucking buddy. My mom is in her room with her door closed. There is nobody downstairs. My dad's not in the guest room. His car is not in the garage. Nobody there. And then I had a doll that used to hang on my wall, and I would look at it and the fucker would start to swing. Or I would feel gusts of air coming from the AC vents when our AC wasn't on. And as a kid, I'm thinking, maybe looking back, like I just imagined it until I got older and talked with my mom. And sure enough, she confirmed that she was going through the same things. She would see the lights come on. She would hear the cabinets opening and all this shit, or the Venetian blinds to the sliding door would just move.
And
all of
everybody's
a
just telling
sudden.
themselves it's not real and not saying it to anybody
So,
else.
well, she didn't want us to get scared as kids because I'm like
Mhm.
10, right?
Right.
Maybe less than that. I was like 8 or 9. So find out later on when we moved that, yeah, there were spirits there. It was haunted, whatever. Alice across the street had her shit. To this fucking day, randomly, I will have the same dream
Mm.
where I am in that house, but I'm in a bathroom in like a basement level of the house. So it's not like the same layout. It was like I would be in the house and everything was the same, but they had like a basement level, and I'm in this weird bathroom down there, but I'm there like as a spirit looking at this new family and these people that are around that can't see me, hear me, know I'm there, nothing. And then I'll like wake up.
Mm.
It's weird, but it's the same thing every fucking time, and it'll happen like maybe once a year.
I have recurring dreams too. Does anybody else? Swear I
Like
always
it
die in
draws me back. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know.
See?
I think very vividly.
Yes.
Like colors, textures, time,
Yes.
all of the things.
All my senses work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've actually just had it wasn't a major dream, but I just had a dream last night where I woke up and I had to think like, really, like, did that
happen?
and I have to like really think. I'm like, crap, I made plans, and or it was something that in my dream something was happening in a week. I'm like, okay, well, I got to prepare for that now, and I realized that was
Right.
just like a
Yeah.
dream.
I had
I-
a dream.
Go
I had
ahead.
a dream of my dad right before Easter, and I swear to God, it was like a visit. Like I was there. It was, and I will remember it. Like, so I'm with a group of friends, and we were at St. Peter's Church.
That
And
was
we're walking up to the church, and my friends were like, oh, well, they're going to have mass for Easter. You know, we're going to stay for mass. And I was like, oh, well, I'll catch up with you guys later. I'll be back. And when I walked through the doorway, all of a sudden it took me from the church to Green Hills Cemetery. But it was because Green Hills is beautiful, right? But it was like gorgeous. And I'm walking on the street, just kind of taking the pathway. And there's just flowers everywhere. And it just felt like I was in this like heavenly garden. It was crazy. And all of a sudden, as I hit the corner of the hill, my dad is standing there with other people, like if they're planning an event, like if they were getting ready for Easter.
Aww.
And he looked like he did when he was in his 30s, like when he got married to my mom, just young, healthy, like, and I looked and I just couldn't believe it was him. But the look on his face was so stunned and shocked that I was there. Like, what are you doing here? Like, if I surprised him, like I'm not supposed to be there. And I just ran up and hugged him, and I could feel him. I could hear him. I could smell him. And I just gave him this big hug and told him how much I loved him. And then I woke up.
Wow.
And I swear to you, like,
That's a visit.
yes. And I will, it's so weird. Like, I can't even describe it.
I feel like I've had people visit me in my dreams. Like my ex, he passed away in like 2014, and I've definitely had conversations with him, my grandpa that raised me. Like, I feel like he's visited me several times, but like in the waking world, I've been waiting for something since I was a child. Like I'm all into the witchy things and the, you know.
Oh yeah, you're like, look, bitch, I'm open. Why are you not
waiting.
coming?
Where are you?
There is, do you, have you ever read Sylvia Brown books?
Rebecca.
No, Sylvia.
Okay. Okay, so Sylvia Brown was a very popular psychic. She used to be on Montel Williams and stuff. You know, back in the
Oh
day,
my God, she was.
right? But I have all her books.
Okay.
And she not prophesized, but she predicted a lot of things that actually did happen. Like, she would talk about things that were going to happen, and some of them came true. But she has a book called, I have it right here as a matter of fact. Hold on.
I have a book I picked up of hers.
Oh,
Like from the 90s and shit. No problem. I just have it right here.
speaking of,
So this is one that she had called
Here.
If You Could See What I See.
Could see what.
And it
Yeah.
basically goes through what she sees, how she sees it, and signals and signs that she gets that you may be receiving that you didn't realize were coming through. But she also has a meditation book. And the meditation book comes with a CD that you can sit there and you can just close your eyes and really focus in on it. And it gets you to try to channel in with your spirit guide. And if you can meditate it correctly and really like allow yourself to like just fully immerse in it, people have said that like they've been able to ask questions, yes or no questions, to a loved one or a spirit guide and actually get responses and answers. So it's all channeling that your third eye shit. But I mean, I like her books. Some people think it's like a hunk of shit, but when you read some of the stuff that she predicted and it actually has happened, you're like, okay.
Well, that's a I've told like family members and like some of my dreams that have really like affected me, you know, deeply, and they're like, "Oh, I think you're psychic. You should like wake up and like write these down and like remember what's going on so you can." I'm like, "No, I don't want to be psychic.
I'm like
Oh,
trying
I
to
do.
stay closed
I
and
wouldn't.
it's just not working.
I don't know. I don't want to be
I do.
psychic." Feel
So
like
I used
that
to smell men's cologne a lot when I was little. And my mom used to go to like a seminar, and this guy was, because my mom's been to all that shit. Ask Tasha, she's all into the holistic, whatever.
Her mom.
She would go to these seminars, and this guy was a medium, and I had never gone with her. I think I was like 14 or 15 at the time. And he gave her like this copper ring and told her, you have a daughter at home, your eldest daughter, and she has an ability that she needs to tap into. And ask her if she smells a scent often, because that is her grandfather coming around. And the copper ring will not only protect her, but help her to tap in to her abilities And I was like, what the fuck? And my mom never knew. And I was like, yeah, every now and then I'll just be doing something and I'll get like a really strong whiff of men's cologne. That'll just like be in the room for like a minute or two and then disperse. And there was no men living in my house when it was just me and my sisters and my mom and grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to have like shit like that happen a lot.
Same. I do think that children are more open to those kinds of things coming in. Like we tend to kind of block those things out more often. But I had the same thing. I felt I smelled like cologne for years and years that was just not around. That's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it looks like we have a third date on our haunted weekend, Rebecca. He's down.
Oh, I'm here. Let me know. I'll book the flight.
Yeah, Anna would go, right? You go.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, I want to do like the old plantation homes that were used for like, the hospitals back in World War I and shit. And I want to go to like Gettysburg. That's got some fucking spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we drove
They're
by.
surrounded by
Whatever.
plantations. Like it just weirds me out. Like people have their weddings at the plantations.
Because it's so beautiful, duh.
I know it's so beautiful, but it's
Yes, there are bodies that are literally fertilizing your beautiful grounds.
and where is your 10, 30, 40 grand going? Like, where is that money?
For the haunted bougainvillea that's hanging over the arch.
She said haunted. I'm in demons. Wait, no, haunted.
Yeah, we
demons.
talked about that. Yeah,
Not demons.
I'm not doing demonic
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, there's a cemetery on every corner around here.
No, I know of an old like pre-Civil War cemetery about 10 minutes from me that like is kind of sparsely maintained. Like
Oh, we have one down here that was from the early 1900s,
Oh,
down by Fort MacArthur.
mhm.
like,
Tell me why we drove by the other day and Presley. No, it was Desi. Mom, is that a park? I go, no.
On 22nd.
I don't think that's where you want to play. It's on like 24th. It's on 24th before you get to Fort MacArthur. Like where what street is that?
Oh no, I'm sorry. 22nd was no. It's the one where the St. Peter's Church used to be, right?
No, St. Peter's Church used to be down near Grand, all the way over by like 2nd Street or 6th Street.
No.
This is at the end
No.
on 24th.
No, St. Peter's Church, the original church that they had. So where we went to school at St. Peter's, where they had the church, they rebuilt that in the 50s. My grandmother was there when they were still rebuilding it. And that was when they joined that church when they moved down from San Francisco. The original church was picked up and moved to that cemetery. Now,
Oh, but now it's actually
and then they picked it up and
at
moved
Green
it
Hills.
again to Green Hills.
Yeah, but it's 24th.
Oh, yeah.
It's not 22nd. 22nd is where the bars are. It's on 24th when you turn onto Kirkhoff.
Right. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it took off. Yeah.
But
right.
that's like probably the oldest cemetery in San Pedro. That's like the original.
Mhm.
Yeah, my girlfriend's my girlfriend had a backyard that like bumped up to it, and I was like, "Girl, we're not going to your backyard, right? Like, I'm not. It's not that good. It's not that."
There's
kind
a really old one in Signal Hill too. That's kind of creepy.
oh my God, I used to take my dogs to the pre-war cemetery and like walk them around.
See, look, there's shit from like the 1700s. Like San Pedro is like, ooh, we got like a 1900 cemetery.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
cool
mean,
to like go and look,
That's-
and see how old they are. But
They referred to all the women in the cemetery as so-and-so consort. Like they wouldn't even
Yeah.
say like wife or spouse or anything. It was
Right.
Elizabeth Brown was John Brown's consort.
Right.
wow.
Great. Thanks.
The woman who was solely forced to fuck him for years and bear children.
Right.
Basically.
But a consort title. Yeah, no, like the West Coast has nothing on like the history
Oh, yeah, no.
of the East Coast. We really don't. It's crazy.
Well, not the documented history, right?
Right.
no, there is that. Yeah, ours is like more, native history, so which nobody could record at the time.
Nope. Well,
Speaking of old cemeteries, though, when I was in Boston, I got to go to Sleepy Hollow, which is where like all the old writers are buried. That was epic.
That's cool.
I will go again.
Oh.
I'll go again. Are we doing like a Salem trip or
I'm down for Salem.
I could do Salem.
that shit's expensive? But yeah,
You'd have to do Salem like
in fall.
off season though, but
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Because like I had a friend that
Oh,
just
at the
went this last-
beginning of like their Halloween season.
people. Okay, there's a TikTok because they always show the Hocus Pocus house, right? And there's all these banners up like about do not pass a certain line, like you got to give the family privacy, which I understand. Right, but
I'd be like,
There's
come right up to my
people-
gate, don't come inside. I'd be like, Am Rice.
there's people already starting to crowd and show up to Salem, even now, and it's summertime.
Mhm.
Like it's just one of those places that, like, I would probably be more inclined to go like in November.
Right.
Like fuck Halloween, let that pass, and then hit it up. But I don't know.
I'm good with that. I'm good
I mean, if you
Just
hit,
because you're gonna pay double, if not
they
triple the
decorated for
price.
Christmas. So,
Huh?
They've decorated for Christmas. Has anybody here been to Salem yet?
No.
Oh my god, I
Nope.
have.
If we're going anywhere
Right.
that is decorated for Christmas, we are gonna go to like a Christmas, like a Hallmark Christmas town.
hmm What's the one in
Mm.
Washington that we have to go to?
Is that the one I sent you? Like the real life Candy Cane Lane?
Oh,
right. I gotta go to bed. Good night,
Okay.
Elaine.
I might stay there and not come back.
She move. She'd be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna pop into the realtor's office."
Yeah, I'd be like, give Sean my love. Tell the kids I said hi.
Mhm. She's year-round decorating for Christmas and shit. Oh my
I would
God.
totally work in a year-round Christmas store.
You would. Mhm.
Yes, I fucking would.
Mhm. Mhm.
If I had like all the money in the world and didn't have to worry about it, I would open up my own.
Mhm. You would.
And I would have decorations for trees for every holiday.
You would.
Okay, I had to Google, but there is an island off Michigan, Mackinac Island.
is
Ooh.
it like a Christmas?
They
thing?
like don't allow cars.
Yeah.
You have to like ferry over there,
Yes.
and they do like big Christmas, and it's like snowy.
Yes, they do.
That oh my god, it stunning, stunning.
Oh my God. That's Anna's jam. She's literally Christmas town.
Oh, look it up. Well, it's spelled Mackinac with a C at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Call it Mackinac Island.
Mm-hmm.
So Leavenworth, Washington is the most Christmassy town in America.
I'm there.
And it's a Bavarian village. Bitch, we're going.
Wait,
That's
Oh,
why
man.
she wrote about it. She based her books off of it.
who? Wait. who?
Sheila Roberts. She
Oh,
was
is that
we read
where?
her the first December
Candy Cane
together.
Lane.
Candy Cane
Is
Lane.
that
Christmas on Candy Cane Lane, yeah. She bases hers on that little town. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool books.
We
Or
have
so she said.
near the South Carolina border called Helen, Georgia. It's a Bavarian town. They have all kinds of Christmassy shit. It's on a little river. It is absolutely it looks like that, except no
That's
mountain.
cute.
But
Big old, yeah, that's
no mountain.
not a lot of those in South Carolina?
big ass mountains. Oh my god.
We have the Appalachians.
Which one is that? Is that Rainier? Something like that. That's in that area, I think. Oh my god.
Wherever y'all
Look,
want to go,
look,
just tell
Just to
me.
be able to be at night like that with the trees
That's
lit up.
gorgeous.
Fucking
Yeah.
what is that? The little carousel or the little gazebo?
That is.
I
That is
just
That's
sit there and have
something.
hot cocoa by myself. Oh man.
All right. That's where Anna wants to go, guys.
Getting snowed in together.
Have a
You better
Christmas
call ahead and make sure they
tree?
have goat cheese.
Like, just go hang out in New
I
York.
will pack my own, ma'am. I will pack my own.
I will ship
I
mine
believe it.
and
Yes.
you bring it.
She'll ship it. Oh my god. The rental is already like pre-filled with shit by the time we fill it.
Sorry, ladies. The
Stacks
fridge is
of
at
boxes.
capacity.
There's like a goat cheese for every emotion.
Well,
We
she-
Cranberry-
put
cranberry
really
goat cheese
delicious,
is
like,
delicious.
Cranberry goat cheese. for
It's good.
Christmas. Oh my god, it's so amazing.
Cranberry goat cheese is very delicious, and with candied pecans. Sean walked in and said, "Bleh."
Thank you. Is it the cranberries or goat cheese that he's
Both.
Now, I
I'm
love
sure it's the goat
cranberries
cheese.
and I love candied pecans. I could probably forgive the goat cheese for existing if there was cranberry.
I'm telling
and
you,
I
pecans.
would
try,
could do it.
try like the blueberry or a cranberry, or even they have a tart cherry one.
okay, maybe that.
That fruit with the goat cheese, it's very good.
I feel like you have to have some kind of like an acid to cut it. But like when we tried it, it was just like a ton of spice, like a spicy rind, and that did not do it for me. I was
Yeah.
like,
The smell that gets me.
Oh,
Like,
And then
smell.
the rind was good, but the rest of it was
yeah,
nasty.
Trader Joe's has a fig and olive.
Packaged one that already has the shit in it.
No, bitch, can I finish talking?
Okay.
They have a fig and olive. They have a fig and olive like crisp cracker. And
Oh, I
that's
know what
really
you're
good
talking
too
about.
with it, because that gives you a little bit of that more like dried fruit,
Mhm.
Big and
sweet,
olive
and then you get the kind of salty tart with the olive. That's good.
Those are good crackers. They really are.
I
Grow
have some that
figs out
made.
there. We grow figs. Do y'all grow figs?
Oh my
I have
god!
figs.
So
I
my
have
great
2
grandmother
fig trees.
had a huge fig tree in her backyard,
Yeah.
and we used to make homemade fig jelly. My grandma would make it, and
Oh, I
then
love
she'd
fig
use
jelly.
it in her. We call it pasarate, but in Croatian, it's basically like a crepe.
Yeah.
And they would fill it with homemade jam. So we do fig jam. Oh, so good.
That sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like 11 o'clock here, and you're making me hungry. Wrong.
Well, fig and cheese is really good.
Yes.
Fig jam and
Oh,
cheese, and oh, so good.
I agree.
I'm good with my Newtons. Keep it to that.
I'll make you some.
I like fig jam
Almost fig
on.
Newtons.
I make some fig
And
jam.
like eat it. The texture is it makes me uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. Can't
But
do it.
no, but have you had fig jam? Like just the flavor of fig jam?
That's like a
Yeah, my mom's super. Well, she worked at like that. You know, she worked at Jack Randall's.
Oh yeah.
She, you know,
Right.
brought all the cheeses and had to put all the shit on it. So I grew up tasting all that stuff. It's just.
He said,
Like,
"Ew."
everybody's like,
Change
"Oh, burst into like a
every
ripe
7 years.
fig," and I'm like, a ripe, like there's just a texture. It's like gritty soft.
No.
She,
Oh, I can't. I
not
don't.
tart. It's like I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know.
So I
really-
make my fig jam with no sugar. I just use raw honey and
Mm.
balsamic
sounds good, too.
vinegar. I do balsamic vinegar, raw honey with the fig,
You have to like honey.
fig is so good. Oh my god, so good.
and it's like that's all you need.
I've heard it, but
Yeah, I had like, well, what
okay,
did
but
she
that
have
gives it an
yesterday?
acid, which is what it's missing as a fruit. Like it's missing that acid. So balsamic would do that.
So my favorite way to have
I
fig
don't know. I
jam
like
is
just
on
regular
a.
fig jam.
If you put it on like a sandwich with brie and
Yes.
really thinly sliced
Prosciutto.
Granny Smith apples, that would work
Oh,
too.
Yeah.
And like grill it.
I'm getting
It's
hungry.
so good.
Oh, grill it.
Well, I think
Yeah,
any kind
like
of
a grilled
jam
cheese
and
sandwich.
cheese with like a salty meat,
Mm.
perfect.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Bomb.
That's all we need in life.
That's all we need.
All
Like,
I
have you ever had like a well, I guess it would be like a fruit panini or whatever, but you do peaches, and you can do it with brie or like a spreadable white cheddar, and then you can do balsamic and then a fruit jam. Oh, fucking bomb. Put some arugula to get a little bit of that peppery. Bomb.
I like
Lost me at arugula. I don't do arugula either. That can
Oh,
go to hell
grow
with the goat
arugula
cheese.
so I can eat it just constantly.
I like arugula.
I like it too.
Oh.
Some
On
some
certain
idiot in
sandwiches.
Texas put it on pizza, and that ruined arugula for me forever. Like, why
I
would you
don't
do
like
that to a perfectly
arugula
good
on
pizza?
pizza. I agree. I don't think arugula belongs on pizza, but it's good in like a certain type of salad and
Yeah.
and sandwich.
I like
It
it
has to
just
have
for
a
that
lot of other
peppery.
things with it,
Yeah.
but it does have more flavor than most lettuce, so I'll give it that.
That's true. That's true. Y'all, what are we?
Okay, you know what I love on a sandwich?
Yeah.
Al-
What do you say?
You say go tos.
These nuts. um, alfalfa sprouts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lizzie,
Yep.
is that what you like?
there's like
Ooh,
that one place in Catalina Island that would like have the sandwich It was like so much alfalfa sprouts. Did you ever
Oh
go
my
there?
God. I love a
It
good
was like this
sandwich
big old
with
sandwich with
sprouts
just
on it.
I'm
He said,
What did he
he said fucking grass pubes.
Cat-
That's disgusting.
grass.
You said Catalina Island, and in my mind,
just said
I
there was
heard
a
the
second
fucking
piece.
Catalina wine mixer.
Right?
So that was last week.
Which is actually a thing. What
Yes, it is.
That was last week, and Houston and I were like, "Oh, let's go."
Here we go.
But then
you
there
might
was-
come to my house instead.
There was there's
You
your
went to
house
the
and then something
fucking
else going
Treyani
on.
wine mixer.
That's why we didn't go.
There
It
you
was
go.
your house and then something else, and we're like, oh, I guess we'll save money.
Yes.
You didn't want a helicopter in?
You didn't want to bust a boats and
Backyard's
hoes.
big enough. You could have helicoptered in.
Next year.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, next year, just a helicopter in after the wine mix.
Oh my God.
That would be great. I'll get that shit on the live. Here comes this bougie bitch.
If I come in on a helicopter, I want it recorded because
But the people that go to
it.
Catalina Wine Mixer are a little too like snooty booty for me. Like I would be like, "Where's the boats and hose party?" Like I need to go. To
I'll make
that
it into
one.
that.
I'm
we'll
not gonna
make it
be
there.
fucking sniffing to see where it's from and what year it was picked off the vine, and can I pick up Jose's DNA who harvested the grapes? No, I'm not doing all that. Like.
No, Anna and I are in the corner yelling.
I'm like, do you guys have Stella? Anybody got a bottle of Stella? No? Okay. Boone's Farm, maybe? No? No Boone's?
Boone's Farm.
What
Something
kind
that
of
comes in
fucking
a
wine
box.
party is this? Yeah. I would.
Oh my god. That would be extra
Right?
fun.
Like on your shoulder, your little spout right here.
Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be you. So somebody want to find us like just a campsite for next year? Because that's kind of where we're headed at this point, right? A haunted one, maybe.
At Catalina?
No. We can camp
They
at
have
Catalina. We can go over see
With
the buffaloes too.
bisons. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's expensive.
No, Catalina's too sleepy. We got to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Too sleepy.
It really.
We could go to the other islands where like you're dropped off on a ferry and they don't come back for you till the next day.
Look, I'm not trying to do naked and afraid with you guys. Okay?
I was
Because
like, are we
I
going
already
to
know
Alcatraz?
this bitch. Where's the fuck is she at? This bitch is gonna bring her fucking canned weenies, and this bitch is gonna bring her fucking pig's feet, and then we're gonna have goat cheese and pickles. And I'm
They're
not
all
doing
waving at you.
naked and afraid with you, and that's the
And
only thing we
spam.
have.
Me and spam.
I like spam.
I will go catch a tuna with my hands off the coast. Like fuck.
I'll
Right.
eat the spam under duress, but it needs to be like cooked and hot.
I like a
and not
Peter,
all
not
nasty and
traveling
congealed.
with me. Period.
No.
Like,
Period.
no.
Yeah. No.
I
already
Car
can't
with
wait.
them, they ain't coming in the car at all.
Dude, I was already looking for retreat locations and I was like, okay, so when are we going to do it? Like maybe next fall to do something different, maybe. And then I'm looking and I'm like, I can't even look that far ahead because next fall is so fucking far away. I was like, fuck it, I'll just look for this year. I'm so excited about doing it again. Damn. I was like, do you think we can get away with it in October?
No.
Probably not. It's probably not.
Let's go in November when it's decorated for Christmas, and let's go to the Christmas town for Anna.
That's an
Because
option.
she'll show up for that one.
You
No,
want
I
to like
can't because we're gonna be in Vegas for the Cranberry Classic.
The whole of November, the entire
The
thing.
whole
See what she
fucking whole
does
of
to us?
November.
This is
Well,
what
no,
she
but
does.
I would have to take time off for that. So
Mhm.
get ready for
Mhm.
this. Get ready because this is the shit she pulls. She goes, I have to take time off for that. I'm like, it's 2 days for that. Is that the whole month? All of November?
yes,
You have
Okay.
to take off like a Friday and a Monday. I don't think that's all of November, but we'll go with that. Okay.
I get
I'm
it.
gonna come back and be like, oh my
Yeah.
god, it's fucking Christmas. What happened? Where did the time?
Yeah, it would be Christmas.
You can do all your Christmas shopping in the Christmas town.
Oh
See?
God, no. Yeah, imagine the fees on bringing that shit back.
Yeah, ship it to yourself.
You just need to buy a carry-on when you get there and
Right.
just fill it up.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
It'll
then
be fine.
carry on. Or
Thinking.
you get a big suitcase and you put a secondary suitcase inside, and only that gets your clothing and travel shit. And then you have two when you come back. And if you fly Southwest, it doesn't matter anyway.
Did you ever tell them the idea that I had about picking the next location?
No, I was waiting for you for this. you
Okay.
bitch.
So what I said would be fun. I've seen them do this on, of course, my only source of, feeling like I'm out in the public, TikTok. All the ladies pick, probably because of the group, we could say everybody pick 2 locations that you would want to go to, right? You would send it to us. We would basically put it on a piece of paper and throw it in a hat. And then we go around, and as we pick them out, we say, we are not going to, and you pick up a paper until you get to the last piece,
Oh.
and that's the location of your trip.
I am down with this only if you are down to commit to go.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I told her we just have to look and figure out when we're gonna go, but no, I'll go.
Was that not our book idea for 2025?
What?
Yeah.
Out of a hat.
Having everyone pick books for like each month, and we just like pull them out.
No, I'm too controlling over my months. No one's picking my shit. Sorry. Was that too blunt? Don't care. Sorry, not sorry.
I don't want to have homework. I don't want to have to think. I just want you to say, read this. Okay, cool.
Right.
I will
Thank
probably
you.
read this.
Read this.
Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, Rebecca, cool. She's with me on my months.
You're ridiculous. What if we end up with some shit like fucking Haiti in like the wrong
Dude.
fucking month? Like, I don't. Ooh, you got carries.
That's what
In
you're
July.
trying to. That's what you're trying to do.
You gotta say like only bitches who actually read the books
Participate.
and participate
don't-
and put in their votes on where we go.
I don't want to
Question.
stop your guys' good fun, but I have to head off now. But you guys,
Well, Okay.
Honestly,
Enjoy.
I will commit to nothing.
I
Right?
think
yes.
it should be
Reading
whoever
the
puts-
team's recap count as reading the books because sometimes that's all I got in me.
Right. I think it should be whoever puts the deposit down on the trip gets to put in
Ooh.
a destination
There
idea.
you go.
Oh my god, yeah.
Good night, Tomo.
Yeah, we tried to do this shit the year before, and everybody was like, I'm gonna do it. And then we had like, I think even less. I think it was like 3 people in the end that could go. And we were like, we'll wait till next year. And then we had like 13 people sign up for it. And then, as you know, only 5 were able to come. So, wow. Talk about non-committal.
If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Right? Right?
I've got my fun money fund already set aside. So
Right? Everybody's like,
I just have to be available.
start tossing that money aside every month. Your fund. Anyway, all right, bitches. We will see you guys next week for chapters 10, 11, and 12. I don't know why they're
Next Monday.
next Monday. Yeah, not next
Oh,
Sunday.
because Father's Day.
We're taking off Sunday for Father's Day. So we'll see you guys the following day. It'll be Monday at 6 and chapters 10, 11, and 12. It's a shorty this week, except I'm sure it's probably extra long.
The chapters are long. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, all right, bitches. We will see you all next
Not
Monday.
bad. This little hunk right here.
Oh,
You can do it.
that's 3 chapters. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
It's gonna be our new sign off.
I don't know what you're doing, and I'm not sure if I'm in